A very warm welcome to you all back here at the 24 hours of Aston Grand Prix here, the Masters of Endurance round. Yes, Dom.
Sorry.
Look at the Muppets I'm working with. Portal Muppets.
It's you.
So, as we're here now, we're, I'll tell you exactly how far through we are. We are 6 hours, 46 minutes and 15 seconds through this 24-hour race. And let's take a quick look now through the full grid positions. In GC1, My 3ID leads from Sonic Rams Racing. Speedo Racing are third with Conquest in fourth. Lowland Lions are fifth, and sixth are Core Racing. Seventh are Infinity Esports, eighth are Lanzarote Racing Team, and ninth is Project Imposters Racing Team. 10th is Angry Angst Racing, 11th is Concept Racing, Gravel Racing is in 12th, and 13th are CheckLFS.net. In GT2, My 3ID Gaming lead. Speedo Racing GT2 are second, Genuine Racing in third, and Raptor Gaming of Marius Gollenbeck, who was here just a few moments ago, in fourth. Fifth is City League Endurance, sixth are Infinity Skills, and seventh are Synergy Racing. Eighth are Core Racing GT2, ninth Hellenic Racing Team, and 10th GTS Motorsport. Virtual Racing Team hold 11th place in their FXR, good effort from them. 12th are Playzone, and 13th are LFS France. Live for Speed Hungary are 14th with HT Motorsport in 15th, and Savage Sim Sports in 16th. 17th are Car Game, 18th are Mafia Racing, and Tiger Express Motorsports struggling 28 laps down in 19th position. And the question in the live stream chat there, just as we came back from commercials, from somebody called Shane B, and Dom, maybe you could enlighten us on an answer to this. How are the pit stops regulated for time? Is it a set in the host select, or are the drivers governed to take? That makes no sense. Is it governed by the host how long the pit stop lasts, or is it about the amount of damage, or how does it work, and how is it calculated? The amount of time you stand in the pits.
I think it's just about the game in general. I think you take 6 seconds in these cars per front and rear tire change, and then I don't know what the flow rate is in liters per second while refueling. But the problem is, of course, if you repair damage, I think if it's minor damage, it costs you an extra 6 seconds, and if it's major damage, that costs you 12 seconds. Together with all the repairs itself. So basically, your car's being repaired, and then you're being told you have major damage for 12 seconds, which makes sense. I guess it's just to make it a bit more realistic, to not just like enable people to completely wreck their car and just rejoin after 10 seconds.
And driver swaps as well, Dom. That's an integral part of Masters of Endurance, and we've seen some guys going a very, very long time. Nogyek going an incredibly long time. See, I can pronounce his name. And what are the advantages of leaving somebody in a car for so long?
Well, obviously you don't lose. You lose time from making a driver change, since you lose the time with the initial driver change at the end of the pit stop, and you lose the time the driver who joins is gonna take to pull away or turn the speed limiter off again when it's like 81 kph first gear pit speed limiter. So if you're basically not changing drivers, you can gain like a second, maximum 2, and that's already with a meh driver change. Well, you shouldn't ask me. I'm the person who forgot that there's a second driver on the server in about 2 or 3 races at GTL last season.
So here's a question then. Why doesn't every team just do a 5-hour stint for one driver, then a 5-hour stint for another, 5-hour stint for another, a 5-hour stint for another, and a 4-hour stint for another? Why doesn't every team just do that?
I guess if you drive too long, you get, I don't know, you just tend to make mistakes, lose concentration, or
Get fatigued.
or get tired. Tired even. Get tired as well.
I was racing a 5-hour stint, but then I took a tyre to the knee.
But yeah, it's just about, yeah, of course, if you are awake in quotations and you can focus, you're gonna go faster than if you don't. So doing 5 hours stints probably would wear you out, or at least concentration-wise.
There is also a 45% rule in place which dictates that any one driver cannot drive more than 45% of the race distance for their team.
10 hours in this race, roughly, I think.
Yep, so that means you need a minimum of 3 drivers, correct? And is there a maximum? Is there a cap of? Is there a cap of how many drivers you can have?
6. You can't have more than 6 by MRE rules. Remember, if I remember right, it's 4 for 6-hour races, 5 for 12, and 6 for 24. But obviously, we don't have any 6 or 12-hour races.
Yep, so we'll take a quick look through the field now and see if there's anything particularly exciting, interesting, any close bits of action happening. And this is 6 hours and 52 minutes into an endurance race, so the answer to that is a fairly sure no. That is correct, no. The answer is no.
Oh, Wilkie, you made this race sound so exciting just now.
I know I do, and I've mucked up, and yeah. Closest battle on track, I don't know what it is, to be honest, I haven't got a clue. It's probably the GT2 battle for 5th place between Lowland Lions and Dennis Lynn. Dennis Lynn maybe 10, 11 seconds behind.
That is GT1.
GT1, sorry. I'll get there, Dom, I'll get there.
Probably after the race is finished. It's a real fight because Dennis is like at the start of his stint and doing slower splits while being behind. Chris, look who's joined!
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Bosch has connected to take over from... Well, that's not right. He's not French.
But he's Belgian.
Oh, that's good enough. He's coming in the car.
I'm not convinced you're allowed to say that.
Take over from the LFS France driver Pierre Perron. They are currently sitting in what I believe to be 13th place in GT2, which for an FZR, you know, isn't that bad, really, is it? I mean, they are the highest placed FZR on the GT2 grid. They are, however, being able
because there's only 2.
Racing's FXR.
But Chris, that's kind of like saying that HRT is the highest placed HRT in F1.
They are the second highest placed non-XRR team in GT2.
I guess FZR could actually be higher up, but you
well,
know,
as I said earlier,
if the top teams don't take it, if the top teams don't take it, it's not gonna go anywhere, is it?
So then, guys, this Masters of Endurance is quite the prestigious event in the LFS calendar, you know.
Shame they got us to commentate.
I know it's an issue, isn't it? We're not particularly doing it justice, but yeah, it's quite the high prestige event in there for speed. The requirements for entry and how you actually get into the series and into this race takes pre-qualifying, doesn't it, Dom?
Yeah, I think there were, I think like 40 teams in pre-qualifying and 13 GT2s and 13 GT1s and 19 GT2s made it through into the real quali session yesterday. You just check the clock if yesterday is even still correct. yes, it is. And yeah, qualifying was actually really close, especially in GT2. I think the top positions, top 3 or 4, were all 2-minute 46s, which is very, very fast for GT2. GT1, well, we had XR on pole, which I thought wouldn't happen really.
Yep, and also we have several other events coming up, and in the LFS calendar over the next few months. Some of them incredibly exciting, aren't they, guys? One of which is the Kyoto 150, which hopefully I can get Jonathan Palmer, the head of New
next
Dimension
week, isn't
Racing, to have a word with him about it, so he can let us know the ins and outs of it. But that seems like a very, very exciting event, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah, I think it's, as far as I know, it's XRGs, which are high performance cars, just so you know.
150 miles in XRGs at Kyoto Oval, 4 wide start,
and
winner
all
takes
accidents.
all. Well, let's not condemn it yet.
Do you want to have? I mean, the car is without a doubt it's a road car. You know, it's on groove tires. It's on groove tires. It's on a fairly small, fairly pitiful engine. What's this really going to bring to the forefront? What's going to be so exciting about this?
Well, be close, obviously, because the
It's very
cars
close.
are equal. They're slow, and with the LFS drafting effect, people will bump draft, lag into each other, and fly
Well, the
off
thing
the
is
track.
that with the XRG being slower than, say, the XRT, bump drafting is actually a lot easier to do.
It's
so-
a lot more important as well.
Yeah, you'll
because
see
the line
3-4
matters a
car
lot
bump
less.
drafts throughout the entire race.
I think you can do the whole track flat out on the low line easy in that car, can't you?
No, turn 3 is not easy flat out on the low line
But in XRG,
in XRG.
what?
Me and Jack Sedgwick were doing quite a bit of
Road
drafting.
ride.
No. We were doing quite a lot of drafting in pre-qualifying, which I believe if you did pre-qualify for the event when it was originally scheduled, your pre-qualifying time does get carried over. And no, you can keep it flat, but the line through turn 3, you both need to know exactly where you're going, or one of you is just going to understeer up and you lose a lot of time. And if you do go to the low line, it is very easy to put it in the outside wall.
Yep, and this quite a rare occasion actually, an oval event with Live for Speed. We have two fairly major ones with NDR, the Kyoto 250 and 500. One is a simulated NASCAR race, and one is a simulated Indianapolis 500. And this is on next weekend, as a matter of fact, at the Kyoto Oval. So if anybody's interested after having seen this, please, just the Live for Speed website on the bottom there. Go get yourself an S2 license and get racing, because we need all the numbers we can here in Live for Speed, and it can't hurt. LFSforum.net as well has all the information you need to start league racing here in Live
15 seconds.
for Speed. Yeah, and I believe that was Jorgen Kursk talking in the wrong team speak about his race,
Gap.
trying to talk to his team. But not
Yeah, about the gap
I believe
to
what
the
it's
car in
talking-
front.
Yeah, the gap between Saki and Kevin Lloyd.
Which is Angry Angus Racing and Concept Racing, obviously.
It quickly becomes a girl's name if you call it Angry Agnes Racing. But
Well,
that's a
at
separate
least
issue.
if you don't muck it up like I did the other time, which should not
Did
be
you miss-
mentioned here, because I'm not sure that should be mentioned here ever.
Did you miss the G?
Yes, I did.
Oh dear.
Means the other day, I think it was half a year ago when I made
I
PM
believe
for
though that the
GT2 World
37
Series.
and 47 is for position.
37 and the 47.
Yeah, it might be
47
actually,
is a
yeah.
lap down.
It's not, he's a lap down.
Oh.
What a reaction here from my
I got all excited.
my co-commentators here. Wow. So, seeing as we don't actually have
Fight of any sort.
a battling position here, we'll talk about some more additions that Live for Speed has to offer the casual sim racer into getting in leagues, and that one of those leagues is Super GT. And Oscar, I know you were heavily involved in Super GT, and
Yes.
would you like to talk to us about it a little bit?
Yeah, Super GT is it's a newly formed series from the people that bring you IGTC, which I believe has been mentioned earlier on in this broadcast as summer bridge for the old MOE seasons. Super GT
Yeah, except that it is in the winter.
consists of two classes, and that's your GT 500s, which are bog standard GT1s. They're what you're seeing running the top half of the field in this race at the moment, and GT 300s, which are GT3 cars run a lot more intake restriction than the current GT2 cars that you're watching. So the speed differentiation between the two classes is substantially more. Whatever. Difference is a lot greater between the two classes, and it causes. I think the best thing to do is there are lots of these streams on YouTube. If you watch any part of round 2 at Blackwood, you'll see what I mean by the speed difference. Don't have a go at me for that one. And you're talking 4 wide passes across class. The racing is a lot more intense. Oh, I'm being informed of saying. Oh, there's been an accident.
Oh.
Nearly. Bit of grass on the entry there. Nice and interesting. Going back to the Super GT talk though, there's a massive speed difference between the two classes, and the races are only an hour and a half long, so people tend to go flat out from beginning to end, make sometimes ridiculous passes similar to one that Renault Koots made earlier on Niki Dankovic every corner of the race, and it's fantastic to watch. You don't get the end of the tyre range quite as nicely, so there's never massive amounts of grip on any of the cars. I've been commentating on it this year with Chris Ford and sometimes with Dominic Engel most of the rounds, and it's been brilliant to watch. I've not driven in it as yet, I'm hoping to, but it looks like absolutely astounding fun. And I'd say it's a really nice starting point for multi-class endurance racing in Live for Speed. Granted, you're not really getting the endurance aspects of it, but it's a really good layout. The competition is good, it's competitive. The majority of people will race you fairly. There's always the odd one or two, but you know, the admins are good. They're not particularly, you know, under harsh or favouritist. Everyone gets treated equally. I've enjoyed the league all year. It's on the LFS forums. You can find it under IGTC. Have a look at the information, and if you are interested, make sure you sign yourself up and get yourself through the qualifying races. And I really do hope to see you there in the near future.
Fantastic.
Is that, you know, meant to be enthusiasm or a jibe at me?
I think it's just pointless laughter out of boredom.
No, I was closing off a certain topic. I was closing up, I was finishing off, I was
You made it sound like, I don't know.
Don't even carry on that sentence.
Yet, but I was genuinely being serious. Fantastic. Is that better?
Well, it makes me feel better on the inside. Not in that way.
So, talking about well, we're not talking about strategy at all, but I'm going to start talking about strategy. Concept racing coming in about 5 or 4 laps. Kevin Loy will be replaced by Adam Pettigrew, and does that seem a little bit early to you? Looking at the tyres and judging by the amount of wear they've got, Dominic?
Yeah, kinda. They have a decent amount of laps left on them. sense you expected me to say an essay on this, but it is just that.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that. You're now looking at a fantastic camera looking back from the Speedo GT2 car, and maybe we could ride on board with Joe Holmes or Yannick Holmer or someone fairly high up in the picking order, and maybe get Oscar or maybe even Jorgen if he's there, or if he's coming back shortly. Get him to talk over it for us and talk us around this track, because talk us around the track and talk about one of the laps, a lap around here, because it's a very technical circuit, isn't it? So it'd be nice to hear from an expert or someone.
And you mentioned me, and
With
looks
racing-
like people that can talk around the lap.
I guess I have to end up doing it,
Well,
because
no,
I'm the
we've
only one who
got
practiced.
here to do it, who's actually racing in it.
But I'm the one driving GT2 when we're on board with Joe Holmes. So
Yeah, I'll happily defer that to Dom, because I'm not
Okay,
exactly
so we'll,
versed.
if we take a look at Joe Holmes, we'll start from just after the hairpin here, and then we'll take it throughout a full lap. So I'm going to hand you over to Dominic Engel here. I'm sure it'll take really good care of you.
I'm gonna make it sound massively exciting as well. Basically, what you're gonna do before the lap here is just make sure you get the chicane right in 4th gear, over the curbs. Don't do any slidey, flippy things, because that's gonna hurt your lap time, especially if you flip. And it's just carry as much speed as you can onto the straight, up the gears. Not really much you can do. Just try and straight line these kinks here as much as you possibly can. It's just preparing yourself for the run down to turn 1, which is either taken in 4th or 5th, depends on, well, the team setup. Free idea here does it in 5th gear at 180 apex speed, run out wide, almost to the white line, and come back in again a bit. It's another epically long straight, and there was someone off in the grass there. Down towards the first of the hairpins, which is obviously taken in 2nd gear. Brake it around where the curb starts there on the right. Try and get your car stable, just get the power down. For the 2nd hairpin, you gotta be a bit more careful. You can use the inside curb on the right to turn the car, but you must go over the inside edge of the 2nd curb, because that will make your car rather unstable out of the corner. This is, well, the only, I think, downhill braking zone on the whole track, which makes it a bit harder. Well, it's not really downhill there anymore, but it's kind of hard to get on your first few laps. It's about not running off in that corner there on the exit. You just like this 3rd gear right-hander, which is also, well, it's easier to get wrong than you would think, like Joe has just done, basically. Then yeah, this corner's flat out. Just go through the S's, back uphill. Yeah, it's not massively exciting with a GT2 car. Just tap with the brakes, keep throttle on, and just smoothly through this corner. Try and keep turbo pressure up in XR. Don't slide or run wide, and it's just flat out, slowly towards the outside of the track through the long left-hander under the Michelin bridge, and again just straight lining these corners here, going back up the hill towards the 2nd to last corner, which is again a 2nd gear hairpin. The brake, I think, roughly 80 meters or 90, I don't even know anymore probably. And then you just try and get the power down, no slidey actions. Actually easier to run straight off than slide. And then 4th gear through the chicane again. Yeah, nicely done there by Joe Holmes. And yeah, that's a lap of Aston Grand Prix in a GT2 XR.
Yeah, meanwhile, thank you very much. Well, we've got to interrupt you here as we have a front left puncture for Tiger Express Motorsport. I think it's Pavars. Yes, it is Pavars in the car. And I was hearing news earlier on that one of their team members, one of the Greek team members in their team, because this is a team member, has actually left team halfway through the race. Now, I can't confirm
Do you want me to
going on
do
with
some
that,
research?
but, yes, please, Dominic. Yes, please. Pavas there, waiting sensibly before the chicane, allowing everybody to get through safely, and going through. And yeah, that is a lap with Dom. Thank you very much for that, Dom. Meanwhile, let's take a quick look at. We'll have a look at Robin Hydeman here for genuine.
Generic.
Not
I
generic,
should take you for that.
genuine.
Where was a mistake? Genuine racing here. Robin Hydeman as he comes up the hill, now down the hill,
Around
around
the
the
bed.
bend, over the hill, around these S's. Now I think you braked about 80 meters, 90 meters. I don't even know.
I know
but
we can stretch it a bit because I
about
think
80
we're
or
running
90
slightly higher
meters.
wings.
Round the bend. I don't even know anymore, to be honest. And then
There are
through the
corners and
chicane,
straights and it goes up and down.
and then through the chicane, don't do any flippy or dancey or spinny things, just gan through it like, and that's your lap, you know?
Wow, Wilk, you tried really hard.
I just want to quickly butt in and give a shout out to Andrew, who is on the stream chat, who, through listening to this stream, has gone and downloaded LFS to give it a try. Nice to know that we're making a bit of an impact. Nice to know that there's someone taking a fleeting interest and having a shot at LFS. You know, good for you. It's a good game in the community, despite having a few nuts and bolts, namely us three. It's really nice. We all get along.
Yeah,
we
thanks, Oscar. Right, you really made me feel good about myself.
we all enjoy our LFS really, and get over competitive about it. Ask Jack Basford. You know, it's a great thing to do. Please do get involved.
Yeah.
And in other news, or in other words, we love you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't get scared away by that though.
No, please don't be scared of him. He's. No, Andrew.
No homo.
It's
No
okay.
homo.
Meanwhile, TEM is just sitting at the end of the pit lane with new tyres and no damage.
Okay, you know the source you had about the news related to TEM.
Yes.
From what I can see, that is actually correct.
Yes. I mean, that's
Why is that a good
unfortunate
thing?
for
Yeah.
Express Motorsports. It's a good thing because it means I was right for a change.
Wow, that look, I have to put a red cross down on my calendar. Never ever gonna happen again.
Yep. What date is it? 6th of January? 6th of January?
8th, you
7th.
person.
7th. Loser.
8th in my world. I was gonna say in my country.
In my magic mysterious world, it's the 8th. No, we're probably going to get wrong for going off topic here from Scotsman. So we'll move on and yeah, Pavard of Tiger Motorsports just sitting at the end of the pit lane, and I'm not particularly sure why. If anyone's got any ideas, please.
He's
let me
actually
know.
chatting on the stream right now, because he's the only one from the team around. He actually asked in the chat before, after the Greek guy had left, he asked if he could join in and drive a couple of stints just for fun. So he's basically alone.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. It's actually not funny anymore, I have to be honest.
You know I said things can only get better for Tiger Express Motorsports about an hour and a half ago.
I think you were wrong on that, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you can
remove
Well,
the cross from my
remove the
calendar
cross.
again.
Remove the cross.
Well, if you say it right now, it would be correct. Can't
Things
really
can only
go
get
even,
better.
yeah, can't really go any worse for them today. Which is unfortunate, really.
No,
They're always a nice bunch of guys.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I've never seen a driver actively look for somebody else in his team. Because there's nobody
Right,
there.
I mean we've
It
seen
has
like
happened, that, yeah.
we've seen lineup changes, you know, in MOE, but the car was at least on the track. The driver in the pits wasn't standing there to look for someone else. I think that's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Well, it's less that. It's more the fact that he's having to look on a stream for his friends.
It could sound like a child's gone lost in a shopping centre.
Where are my friends? Where is my mummy?
It's not a great situation. I feel really sorry for him somehow. Well, not somehow, actually.
Johnny Tormler there seemed to be. We're on board with him now, and he seemed to be fuel saving there by dropping it into neutral. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but that was a very strange bit of behaviour from Johnny Tormler in that My 3ID car. I mean, he's absolutely miles ahead. He's
Well, if you think, is there a thing like a triple downshift? Or what if you hit downshift paddle by accident in second gear and it gives you a double downshift into neutral?
No, but he was accelerating towards the head. He was accelerating.
Weird. I haven't seen it, to be honest.
Actually, I wanted to touch up on something you mentioned before, Tom, when you were doing the rundown of a GT2 lap. You said it wasn't particularly exciting in a GT2 car, this track,
Yes.
because it's mainly full throttle.
Flat out,
Well,
yes, no.
yeah, well, I disagree slightly, because it might seem easier to drive in a GT2,
It is easy to drive, yes, but it's hard to do a fast lap time.
Yeah, exactly. Getting those last couple of tenths out of it is a feat of its own.
It's a lot of it is the setup actually here on a track where you don't have to brake often or have to take lines that are not hard, but it is hard that are hard to keep on. Oh my god, my words are trying to kill me. Yeah, if you're not gonna do that, it's really very setup dependent, and yeah, it's just like you can't gain a lot, but you can lose a lot by making mistakes. That's the thing with
definitely.
GT2s around here. GT1s, it's a bit different because you know you can like, okay, I lost time in the first sector, maybe I can just take a bit risk in the second sector because yeah, I think there's more time to be
there's
found
a
in
lot
driving
more
aggressive in
variables.
these.
Yeah, when driving a GT1, it's not that setup dependent. It's more down to the actual driving line and how you put it together, especially in the second sector in all of the sweepers, because some of the turns are right, especially the left hand right after you turn up the hill after the straight. When you get it wrong there, you pretty much screwed your whole sector up, the whole slew of the next sweepers, yeah. So it's really difficult. But yeah, it does depend a lot on the setup as well, because that's another topic I wanted to touch up on before. There's 3 teams in the GT1 grid that are running R2, R3 setups. Everyone else is on R3, R3.
That's something people used to do in the past years. I think the first people to do it really were racing like 3 years ago, weren't they? And then the year afterwards, I think, well, there weren't really any FZR teams, were there? Last year, obviously, with the lower power cars due to the GTO, EXE, I don't know, everyone had R3, except for Sirius.
It worked really well last year, so that was one of the things that kind of worried us when we set off building an R2, R3 setup, but apparently it's working really well. We don't get such temperature drop off at the end of the stint, so we can be really, really consistent, given we don't make a lot of mistakes. The last turn hasn't really been very unforgiving for us. We've had 3 drivers go off there in 3 separate stints. But yeah, the R2, R3 set, once you get through the heat peak, it drives a lot nicer than the R3, R3 set. and it's actually faster towards the end, as actually shown by Lowland Lions. But
Then
it's even
there are also-
easier to
Also, a very few drivers, I would say, who actually use the tires in such a way that they aren't hurt by using harsh compounds, really. Like, if you look at Imol, I won't say he's a tire... I don't know, I won't say he eats up tires, but he's not exactly easy on them. I've never seen him do more than 1 hour 5 stints in GT2 World Series. Which is quite amazing, really, because it's not that hard to do long stints in a GT2 SZR on R2, R3, but it's the same here in the race. He wasn't really hurt that much by the colder temperatures at the end, and it's the same with Yanni now. If I look at his tires, his fronts are actually quite good compared to his rears. They're pretty much even worn for R3 set.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that makes endurance racing so fascinating yet difficult, is that when you're building a setup, you will have to consider everyone's driving style on your team, because everyone uses the tires up differently. Some have a really fluent driving style, yet some are way more aggressive and just scrub more speed off with tires, actually. So yeah.
At 110 degree heat peak on my R2s in testing. I think the very first version of the setup I made, that was bad.
Yeah, well, we actually get up to 107 or 110 even with our R2s in a GT1 car.
Well, for GT1 it's a bit more normal, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it induces a lot of understeer though, so to kind of counter that, we are really aggressive with our rear anti-roll bars. The amount of rear anti-roll bar on our setup varies by like 30 or even up to 40 during the stint.
Wow.
Yeah, we start around 120, even a bit more than 120, and we end up at like 90 or something.
That sounds normal still, I guess. Depends on other parts of the setup, like diff, stiffness, dampers, toe, and everything.
Yeah,
pretty much
definitely.
downforce.
Yeah, it pretty much depends on everything, yeah. Yeah, meanwhile, we, aka Concept Racing, have had a pit stop and a driver change. We've now got Adam Pettigrew doing his first stint in the car.
Yep, also across the grid we've had several driver changes. Tommy Oscar has come on from Marilotto. Simon Cattell is in for Venjari. Close enough, don't have a go at me. Daskovic
Was
takes
good,
over from
actually.
Garbalowski, among other pit stops. Quite a few pit stops, quite a busy moment in time, and I thought maybe just to add another event, maybe not Live for Speed related, but related to the Live for Speed community. Oscar, I know you've been instrumental in setting up a Richard Burns rally competition over the past few weeks, and how's that going, and how can people get involved in that as well?
It's going a bit slow at the moment, but it's basically, I thought, Live for Speed, brilliant sim, but we're all playing across multiple simulators at the moment, you included, me included. I play iRacing, a bit of
I
R-Factor.
don't, I think I'm the only one.
Okay, well, minus Dommy, who I would say is pretty much only LFS in terms of league racing. Me and Jack Sedgwick, who some of you may know, some of you probably don't, do a lot of Richard Burns Rally semi-competitively. I've done a bit competitively over at something called racedepartment.com, where they run a big league. And I was thinking that maybe certain members of the LFS community that own Richard Burns Rally would like to get involved in a league with other LFSs, so that we can, see each other's ability in other simulators, and generally just have a bit of fun with it, race against each other and race in a different format. So there has been a test rally that involved 3 or 4 of us just over the past week, which is very enjoyable. Still trying to decide what the best format to run it all in is. There's a sub forum, a thread even, down in Off Topic on the LFS forum that you can go to, post in, let me know if you're interested, and providing that there's enough interest in it, I'll set things up a bit more professionally, a bit easier for you to navigate.
Sorry to interrupt, but we didn't mention TM's retirement, did we?
No, we didn't. They have
are
retired.
not on the server anymore. Now I did, so job done. Continue.
Yep, shame. Very, very much a shame. But a team with that little
a preparation, just overall motivation, apparently.
Exactly, and it's a very strange situation to see a team run out of drivers who are here
during the race. Yes, yeah.
During the race, it's a very, very shocking situation to see a team in. But yeah, unfortunately, we have to watch Tiger Express retire from this race, and we also have to listen to Oscar talk about his rallying. So please go on, Oscar.
So yeah, I will continue a little bit. If enough of you guys are interested, and let me know, I'll set up something a bit more properly. If you know people that would be interested who aren't necessarily on the LFS forum, let them know, get people involved. If it's a big thing, that'd be wonderful. Lots of people having a bit of fun with Richard Burns Rally in a competitive environment, because us LFSers do get competitive over pretty much anything and everything. So yeah, if you're interested, if you've got Richard Burns Rally, come along, join in. Bit of news from rallysim.com. We use the RSRBR 2012 modification for Richard Burns Rally. They've got their first update for the year coming out this weekend, which I'm sure anger Wilco just at hearing it. That's going to involve having the mini WRC and a number of new physics updates to balance everything out a bit more. We'll have that. If the interest does go up, then I'll definitely sort something out and we can all just have a bit of a rally aside from our normal LFS stuff.
Meanwhile, our hero of the day, Ben Keogh, is now driving.
Oh wow!
Taking over from Christian Kistner for Core Racing GT2.
GT2, and we all know about Ben's previous history with connection issues, but he doesn't seem to have had any problems with it today. And yeah, it's been.
I think it's
from
nice
what. To see him in the car again. It's nice to see him
from what I know, it's fine when he doesn't have lots of stuff that I use the internet open.
He actually just recently upgraded his ISP.
Well, I
think he told me actually.
But yes, if you want to get involved in Oscar's massive fancy Red Bull, not Red Bull, what am I talking about? Richard Burns Rally League.
Oh, it is RBR.
The information is all on the Live for Speed forum in the off-topic section. Please go along, show your support, say hello, etc, etc, etc. I'm sure it'll be an absolutely fantastic idea. Yes, Live for Speed awards, community awards as well. Speaking of Live for Speed community, every year a few guys come together and put on a set of awards, thanking members of the community for the work they've done over the year and showing support for the best and the most improved and things like that. And this year is no exception. Jonathan Palmer has put on a cracking spread, if I don't mind saying so, and nominations are open, have been open for a few weeks. Please get them in if you're interested. That's all available on the Live for Speed forum in the Live for Speed talk. But do remember, this stream and this race is all in 2012. This is not applicable in the awards, so please.
So please don't vote for Chris Wilkinson as commentator of the year.
I've done out. I've been a lazy git. Don't do anything.
Wilco or Michael Passingham get any nominations, I'll personally have to come and kill the people that made them.
But yes,
I have done it.
There's some awards.
Last I checked, he hasn't gotten any nominations.
Yeah.
Oh,
some of
spin in the
awards.
chicane.
Oh, go on, Dom.
Spin in the chicane. Someone in an XR. Oh, it's 53 Hellenic Racing Team. Break through the tyres.
The Greeks.
Wilco!
They are back on the road.
No.
What?
Just no. No.
I don't even know what you're on about now.
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, man.
You do.
Anyway, some of the example, okay, I do. Some of the example awards include, driver of the year, quickest hot lapper, most sportsmanlike driver, most dedicated driver, and improved driver. There is event of the year, team of the year, skins of the year, skinner of the year, moderator of the year, the Lurch Memorial Award for forum oddballness, favourite cars, favourite corners, things like that. Everybody just nominate. It'll be so much fun. Everybody will love it. The nominations end on Wednesday the 11th of January, so you have until the end of Wednesday to submit those before the nominations will be over. Then before that Sunday, so a week on Sunday, a week today in fact for you Europeans, and a week tomorrow for anybody England or West, then there'll be a public vote whereby you can vote for the nominated candidates, and whoever wins a, well, pride, I suppose.
Enough.
But please
go on,
have a go. Whoever wins the poll wins the award, and it's a lot of fun. It's show gratitude for what people have done over the year, and it's very nice. So please, it's all available on the internet on Live for Speed 4, of course. So check it out, everybody. It's a lot of fun.
We mentioned at the moment though is the Infinity sports car with Dennis Lind behind the wheel, who either if it's only me or he's been behind the wheel for ages, is now up into 4th place in GT1 from 13th.
Oh, Dennis Lind on the grass! I've just seen it on the stream and I got mesmerised.
Okay, that was a fail.
That was the stupidest thing I ever did. I do apologise. I was just not looking at the right thing at all and made a complete balls for that. But anyway, introducing a man who has gone and downloaded the Live for Speed demo. Thanks to us lot, you guys, and everybody out on the track here who's done Live for Speed a very, very proud service. We've got another follower here, Andrew Shirley. Welcome to the commentary box, Andrew. And would you like to talk a little bit about your sim racing history?
I've done mainly ovals on iRacing.com for the past year and a half, and one of my buddies on iRacing has just recently got me into road racing, and he's got a league going that's going to be some kind of endurance racing with the Daytona prototype. And I seen this in the iRacing forum and hopped on here and have been watching this since about 10 minutes in, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yep, and a big gap in sim racing overall between iRacing and Live for Speed. Not the realistic, that's wrong, and I'll get shot by all the people watching the stream here who've dedicated LFSs for saying things like that. The real tracks and cars of iRacing versus this, the content is obviously real on iRacing and based on the things in Live for Speed. Is that a factor in why you haven't been on Live for Speed so far?
Well, I haven't really heard a whole lot about Live for Speed. I just heard it was another sim, and after watching this, it looks really cool, and I figured I'd give it a go.
Well, there's no harm in trying. Certainly not when the demo is free and available on liveforspeed.net. And there's a lot of demo servers as well. You can go online, in fact, on Live for Speed for absolutely free, and it really is a great way to at least even try sim racing, let alone try Live for Speed. So it's great to have you on the savings. Could we have a next generation of Masters of Endurance drivers sitting in front of us right now?
We might. We might. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Do you by any chance know Nolan Scott?
You don't have
Just
to
any
answer that.
chance. He's on iRacing. He's in DWC currently.
He's not very good at it. So Andrew, what do you typically run on iRacing so far? What cars, what tracks?
Like I said, I've been running ovals, and next season I plan on running the Impala A, going for pro with a few of my buddies, Bryce Dulabon, some of those guys in Mid-South Racing, and we going for oval pro license next season. Got to get my I-rate back up there to make top split. I lost it here messing around, but and I'm going to be venturing off into doing some road racing here, DP next season. Grand Am.
Smashing. Well, it's great to attract another guy to Live for Speed. Maybe you could introduce some of your Mid-South buddies to Live for Speed as well. Thank you very much for tuning in and taking this all in very, very well. It's a pleasure to actually affect the Live for Speed community like this, to actually add somebody to it. So yeah, thank you very much, and I really do hope you enjoy the sim, man.
Yep, no problem. I'll definitely let some of my iRacing buddies know about this.
Smashing. And don't hesitate to come along here to NDR if you need anything from us. We'll, I'm sure we'll be more than happy to help.
10-4, thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Idiot.
So Joe Holmes coming into the pit lane, and Jesse Neiman is going to take over the car for my 3ID Gaming.
Just been massively. I can openly admit I've just been massively confused. I've for some reason I thought there wasn't a speedo racing car in GT2 1 hour ago. Not that tired yet.
Yeah, it's only been there for almost 8 hours.
Well, 7 hours. Jesus. I almost went further from Jesus, and I had to restrain myself to not say furniture again.
I wonder if there's any fights for position going on the track.
No.
There isn't.
No.
Never has a question been answered this quickly. Oh, Infinity Skills! Spins! In this last chicane.
Yeah, they're back on the road though, and progress only encumbered for a short amount of time for them, so they'll look okay. Yeah. They're okay. Van den Bosch doing okay. Good to see.
You're the top driver, innit?
Yeah, love him. Love him, Van den Bosch. And I think it's about time for a safety car here on Massive Endurance. Oh no, wait, we don't have them.
A competition yellow?
A competition caution.
Come on,
Debris,
a competition caution.
Debris!
Precaution.
If you weren't aware, in quite a few Live for Speed leagues, we do in fact have a safety car that one of the admin team runs around in and generally gets fairly bored in. I used to do it. Ruthie's done it. Dom's done it. Oscar's done it. We've all done it at some point.
I've done
In all
rescue
fairness, what you've
carring
done
and-
is ask someone driving a safety car how bad my damage is. I don't know if you
did quite
remember
well to
that.
answer it as well, but
He did.
Massive Endurance does not have cautions. It does not have yellow flags. I'm sure you've noticed there's been quite a few peach cars.
Except for the yellow flags caused by people crashing.
About it. Yes, there are yellow flags, which are never adhered to anywhere because this is
One never
online
pays
more sort.
attention to them.
And I mean, it's not that you're gonna die, is it? So what's the point, you know?
Well, don't say that.
Well, that's what everyone thinks
Happened.
here on sim racing. Oh, Van den Bosch made a little error there.
Are you just
Right.
watching him?
Yes, I am, Tom.
I always thought
He
we
did
should get
recover.
32
Very good.
commentators and just have one for each person. Wilco would have
Oh
Van der Bosch, obviously.
You'd better give me Van den Bosch.
In the words of PSR TV, I'm currently watching Yessi Nieminen.
Nieminen. Nieminen. Yes, Nieminen.
Is he
Which
just
is-
fresh out of the pits?
He's just come off.
A
the
couple
road.
laps,
He got real fresh boots on. He really wants to go real fast. Rick de Jong. Rick de Jong, that's a name I haven't seen for a long time. Rick de Jong.
Running for Speedo GT1.
Running for Speedo.
Yeah.
Time I saw him
Speedo.
fly 3ID. God, how the world's changed.
He's been inactive for quite a while. There,
So have I.
and then just what?
As have I.
Yeah, but you're not. in
I
the
see.
line.
Very fascinating, Wilco.
I know, right? I've also just realised that anybody actually, in fact, who is watching the stream of Troy of
Is there cats?
Kevin Lloyd
Loycat.
Loycat sightings.
can hear the full conversation between the pit lane and between the drivers and Adam Pettigrew, and it's very, very interesting actually if you listen to what Adam's saying. He's a very posh man, is Adam.
Is he as posh as
Posher
I
than
am?
Oscar.
No, he's not that posh. Come on, Oscar. There's no such thing as posher than you.
There is, the Queen.
One does not simply get posher than Oscar.
One does, if one drinks tea.
And marmalade. I don't know why you drink marmalade.
Why drink marmalade?
Would you like some
No, I do.
marmalade with your tea? No, that would be weird.
Well, we're undergoing some volume changes here, and
We're being touched all over by Phil Diaz.
Oh god.
Oscar just oh god, my brain's turning to mush now.
This is PG-13.
Whoa, as you can see, there's loads of little things.
Yeah. Things.
Guys, the three of you have been here for 8 hours.
Too long.
Yeah, too long.
long.
That says it all.
We're going
Says
mental.
it all.
We're going absolutely mental in here.
Maybe you take
Yeah.
a break.
Big things
All
are
three of
done
you.
on the stream.
Dom,
Get a
here,
cup
has
of
been
tea.
here for 7 hours 44 minutes.
Get a cup of tea. Be away for half an hour. Come back.
My god, I'm hearing Roland Oza say Loycat in the live stream chat. Does this mean it is actually happening?
Yes,
Loycat sightings.
Oh my
Everybody
god!
everybody, forget about us and put Troy's stream on.
Do it!
Suddenly the viewer count halves.
Gassner, as always,
If
also
the
fitting.
view account actually goes away, I'll be very, very shocked.
It was there
Yes.
earlier on as well.
Amused.
Check.
Oh,
We've
it's
lost
gone
one.
down!
Yes! Why
I've
are we
ruined the
celebrating
stream.
this?
I have ruined the stream.
Why are we celebrating the fact that we
But
can
yes,
get rid of them?
Loycat and the CD is currently on Troy's. Troy's view count has gone up by 10 since we mentioned Loycat was on.
Oh,
While
look at it!
Speedo in the pits.
Oh. It's just say that.
Go!
God's sake, Oscar, no one of us was gonna say that.
That's 3 deep passes.
Yep, 218 leads.
As you would expect.
Of course. I've also just noticed Simon Cattell, our little yellow man, has. Oh God. I should probably explain that now.
You'd better.
Well, Wilco, how are you gonna do that without insulting someone?
I don't know, Tom. Simon Cattell confesses to being of English descent yet yellow. There was no.
Wilco,
there was nothing.
backtrack. Do not
There
carry
was
on.
nothing wrong with what I just said.
There
Basically.
are many things. No. Few.
Basically, our yellow friend Simon Cattell has.
Don't say that. Oh God.
And now it's PG
has
18,
re-entered
not PG
the
16.
LLL car.
13.
God, why do I keep saying stupid things?
What, you're
because
asking
you're
yourself
Wilco.
that now?
I
It's a bit
am
late.
Wilco. I say funny things.
And Leicat's now gone, so the views will go down on Kevin Loy's dream, of course.
Yeah, but at the same
Come
time,
on.
you could continue to
Think you
watch
could-
because it's very impressive.
It is very impressive. God.
Wonder
On
if
go
you
the
could,
headphones.
Make a lot of money out of Lloydcat. Really.
I wonder, can Troy hear us? Troy, if you
Dennis
can hear us,
Lynn.
wave.
Dennis Lind into the box for Dennis Lind. Lock
Road.
up for Dennis Lind.
Don't type
Doesn't-
lol. Yay! I made Loycat wave. Well, no, Loy, but I made. Oh, never mind. I give up.
Oscar.
Moving swiftly on from that interruption.
I'm just so baffled that the rear of the skin is so off center on the Infinity car. It's just, I don't know. I can't look at it.
Oh God, like
Anton Stratiev taking over from Dennis Lind there. He's been in the car since the last time he's been in the car.
This is now descending in madness and chaos, isn't it?
I think it was
Well,
the
it
first
is that
stint.
stage in the race, isn't it? You know, that sort of middle bit where we. What year was it that you started reading stuff out of the phone book or something ridiculous?
Out of the phone book.
Yeah, I remember Chris Ford reading numbers out of a phone book. On an LE stream.
I can remember me and Chris Ford talking about backgammon once in a Master of Endurance stream. But
Did it really get that bad?
yeah,
Oh.
I never played that game.
good. It's really dull.
Dommy, don't start that conversation, please.
But
I'll die.
I also remember in South City 2 years ago, Rudy Van Buren, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today due to not being here and not wanting
Then you
to.
shouted at me.
Yes, I did.
Just
He nearly 97 is.
97, that is
That's GTS.
GT. Do they
Oh,
even have
no!
number 97?
Yes.
Well, we did, but we don't anymore. It is GTS.
That might just be another. That might be another case. A case
But
of
drivers
Tiger Express
disconnecting.
Motorsport-itis.
The team just closed halfway through the race.
Well, no, I think they might have run out of drivers.
Yeah, and it's the third
Through the race,
driver
actually, exactly.
on their team who has been driving, so
There's
has everyone fallen
connecting,
asleep?
Maybe there's hope.
Nope.
There is no hope. I'm like,
Is
oh.
hope? No.
But
Is there hope? There is no hope.
there is hope for team number 81, whose driver just
Mafia
connected
racing.
for a driver change.
Yep, they obviously having people to. 97 is back! It's back! Solom comes back for GTS! Not another one! There's two!
Both
Rising
have
from the
amazing.
dead! GTS! Rising from the death here!
Can I just say they both have absolutely amazing usernames? No. Yes, they're both on track at the same time.
If they
So
both
that's another
if they
shift S and another 1 lap penalty.
if they both do laps, would that mean that they'd get twice as many laps?
Oh,
Oh.
actually, maybe.
Can we try this theory?
Oh,
They'll probably just get a penalty, because I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
that's not allowed. Well, I don't think there's. I'm not sure if that case is mentioned in the MOE rules, but it's
It
a
is.
shift S, and the shift S is a 1 lap penalty.
Yeah.
Joining a spectator like that.
Well, he might have been stuck in sand or something. I haven't seen the replay. That might be the case.
Well,
Upside
he
down
wouldn't
on
leave
fire.
the server though, would he?
I would.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
alt
if his
F4.
stint was almost over and his teammate was gonna take over, why not?
Sorry.
You tired, Wilco?
I am. I'm not starting up for the whole thing. Like,
Do you need some sleep?
Yeah.
Am I getting
I
gradually
think he
more
needs his
childish?
medication more than anything.
I just need a new brain, you know.
Do we need some sweet, Wilco?
Oh, you've heard it. You've heard it first. He needs a new brain. Publicly
Anyway.
admit it.
Moving swiftly on, Sasha Riegler. Joining the server for Sonic Rams Racing, he will be taking over from Nops. Billy.
Actually, amazing that a few teams up to this 8-hour mark have only used 2 of their drivers.
Well, I suppose we've seen 8-hour races though, where only 2 drivers have been used. Think IGTC a few years ago, me and Jan Laprovok did a race with 2 drivers.
Okay, I remember you telling me the story of this race. I never want to hear it again.
Well, there's nothing better to do, Wilco, so you may as well.
What happened? I can't remember. Tell me the story of that race.
Wait, I'll type it in TeamSpeak chat because it contains too many swear words.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll think of something to do.
Most of the time what they do is they have 2 people to split the first half of the race, and then 2 people split the last half of the race.
There you go, Philip Diaz, talking sense there.
That is what you said. Accurate, isn't it?
Very, very accurate. I remember it well.
What Wilco said was, Jan got to drive in the 8-hour race with me. Icon guy's just off. There were some missing words there.
Oh, just imagine words in
All of
reverse
them were
caps like,
furniture.
I don't know, furniture,
And
raspberries, purple, and helmet.
Yep,
SR GT1 in the pit lane?
yep, Tommy Oscar made contact with City Liga. Is that a battle?
No.
Oh.
Or is it? No. Or is it? No.
Oh.
I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Let me check. Is
No,
it?
it's not. Yeah, it is!
No.
It is!
Oh, it is!
Battle! Tommy Oscar goes around the outside of City Liga and makes the move stick! Fantastic racing that we were completely aware
Where am I
of!
watching?
That we were completely aware of! And City
You're
Liga...
awake.
He's coming back at him more! City Liga is coming back at him!
Knife bomb
Oscar going to the
time.
outside! Can
To the-
City Liga? Can... No, he can't.
I like what
Duck back in
Tommy did there. Did you see what Tommy did there?
No,
That was
what did Tommy
amazing.
do?
Tapped the brakes early and thought the City League driver thought he braked and started braking, but then he went off the brakes again and braked far later. Was it epic?
So, I'm amazed at that. I've actually seen...
But I noticed.
I didn't realise whether it was actually a battle. That was my problem. First battle we've seen in a long, long time. But very, very well done by Oscar, who is now well clear.
Other than that,
Have you guys seen Tommy Oscard's sim rig? I think he has 7 screens.
Other than that one,
Oh,
there is
there's
in
actually,
fact,
according to the track, but most of them are like, one guy has 6 pit stops and the other has 7, so it's to say.
God, I don't know. There
The
don't seem to be
FXR
anything.
doesn't look like a bulldozer anymore.
Doesn't seem to be anything within about 13 seconds, 12 seconds of each other. The actual closest battle that we can see is the battle for the GT1 lead between My 3ID and Speedo Racing. They are 12.4 seconds away from each other.
I don't know how many stints Yanni is actually gonna do, because I think he probably will do something like a triple stint.
Well, I think if Nogiak was anything to take from, then he'll do a similar amount. Although Nick Jakovic came in for a very short time, didn't he? So unless that was just a fill-in time or what, I'm not particularly sure. But
Well, they still have Jarno Lihaikinen as well on the lineup, but don't know. I haven't really seen him in these. Well, actually, I'm lying. He's done MLE with Nordic One Racing, hasn't he? Back in the day.
Yep.
I'm saying it like it was years ago.
Because
It was.
Yeah, actually it was.
Muppet.
It's you.
Raced them quite a bit, actually.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna leave you to it. I'm probably getting in the car in the next 30 minutes, hoping to not screw up my stint like I did with the last one.
Okay, very, very big good luck from all of us here in the commentary box and all of you at home.
Don't flip the car.
To you, Jorgen Kursk, good luck. Don't roll. And
Yeah, I probably won't. I'll just end up in the wall.
I
Don't
hope
get
to see you in
tired.
one piece
Be
when you
tired.
get back.
Yes, have fun. Hopefully I'm entertaining to watch. No, hopefully I'm not entertaining to watch at the side
I
of the
was
track.
just gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
cross
might
your
be back
fingers.
later. See you guys.
Yep, it's been a privilege. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. So,
Just a little shout out here for any of you who aren't aware. The Loycat now has his own Facebook page.
oh Jesus Christ.
Fan page.
Yes, like
Page.
it.
Well, it's not gonna post messages itself, is it?
You'd
Go
be surprised.
meow.
Have you seen that advert that has cats with imposable thumbs on it?
What?
Well,
The
his
cats
cat.
wanted back.
Oh, someone's off in turn 1?
Who is it?
Well, that's the point, I don't know, someone.
Was it Severin?
It
think
is
so.
Czech LFS, I think. Some XR, and, well... HG Motorsport Car 70 spun. In turn 1 in a gravel again! Oh god. I don't like that place. The first visit they paid to that gravel trap. That was well with Sean Williams behind the wheel there.
They have a skin now.
For me, they
They
had
a-
their
they
skin
had a
the whole
skin
race.
about, no, they missed it at the early stages, but when they had a new driver
I
come
only
in, think
joined
they,
like
in the first
10
hour,
minutes into the race, didn't I?
Yeah. In the first hour, they switched it over. So when I came back from my toilet business, they had a skin.
Toilet
No.
business.
I think it was after Sean shift page after being on the gravel trap. That's when they got the skin on.
To be 100% sure, I'm not. To be 100% honest, I'm not sure. All I know is that when I came back from doing business, it was all up. So
You were gone for 4 hours.
And to note, we are now exactly at the 1/3 mark. 8 hours to go. 16. No,
yeah,
other way around.
Yep.
8 hours
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
16 hours to go. At exactly well, 4 minutes past midnight UTC. Something like that.
I'm glad to know that MOE still starts late, even without stream.
Oh, City League gets back on the rear of Synergy. Just at the draft down the back straight, down to the left, right. Chicane.
I can't find them. I can find them. Yes, City League
Number
has
59
closed the
and
gap
73.
heavily to Tommy Oscar, haven't they? I don't know whether Tommy's made a mistake or something that's put them in this situation, because Tommy looked incredibly dominant earlier on when he made the move. So,
well, it must have been just a mistake, because now he's
pulling back away.
falling back a bit. Look at that corner, he's lost quite a bit of time there.
Blue flags fly for the City League car of Parshka, not sure who for.
Called GT1, so you know, and Speedo GT2 I think as well. Oh, LFS France gets a drive-through.
Yep, so
Yeah,
Van
speeding in a
Bosch
bit.
with issues there.
Oh, Hellenic Racing Team is out of fuel!
Out of fuel?
On the
They
way
are,
to the
look,
pit
they
lane,
are.
they're just in the last chicane.
No, they're not. I believe they've got drive.
Almost,
They're just a little
almost
bit,
out of fuel.
Yeah, they've got drive. They're just a little bit low on the old gas.
Now they're out of fuel.
Oh, they are actually out of fuel. Thankfully, there's more, and thankfully, he's hit the pit box the first time.
But you can move with manual clutch and starter engine actually.
Yeah, but it's a lot of work for not a lot of movement, isn't it? Meanwhile, Van Bosch has been in issues, obviously speeding in the pit lane or something of a similar effect. Pers takes over from Almaraz, so Pers will be the one
Getting the
who
fuel.
will have to make back the time that they've lost on the fuel.
They probably didn't lose all that much. I think it was probably just down the hill. I wonder if the driver in the number 47 car, Solis, is that the first ever Chilean driver in MOE? Ever? Cause I think it is. Like a random note, since there's not much else to talk about really.
Where is Dennis Lind? Where's Dennis Lind gone?
Somewhere else.
I'm sorry, Philip Diaz has been screwing with my mind in the background there that nobody can hear.
So Wilco, have you at least noticed what I've been saying?
I want to say yes, but truth be told,
It would be true.
I'm not going to promise anything. I am incredibly
The
tired.
driver in the 47 car, is that the first ever Chilean driver in MOE?
He means Chilean.
Chilean, whatever. country with that flag. It's a very precise description. I just think. I just remember.
Dommy, are you sure that you don't need to go to sleep?
No. Well, technically I do, because I need to be up early tomorrow, but... Actually, today, to be honest.
Oh, Dom's got plans. Come on, Dom, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm helping someone move house.
Ooh.
Well, that was a fun conversation. Moving along.
What? Yeah, moving swiftly on.
You made me say it.
Hey, Wilco, guess who I'm not seeing tomorrow?
Wongy!
How did you know?
Yes! Sorry, in joke once more. And Michael Booth is in the
God.
channel, so we can't talk about in jokes. We've got to talk about the racing. Stratiev is driving.
As opposed to Dennis Lind, who isn't.
As opposed to Dennis Lind or Raymond Mounet.
Someone's gone off. Who's that? Number
Where?
29 car, is it?
Whoa! Rodriguez Virtual Racing Team getting well on two wheels and only really being saved by the roof clattering the tyre barrier.
Real unique.
That was real unique, real unique. Ooh, a hop there for somebody else. Wongy doing well there in 29th in the GT2 player zone car.
This is so wrong.
He's actually in well, my phone's running away.
Another place.
In 11th place, but it's had connection issues or a shift P, which is spawning back to the pits or something like that. Connection issue. In fact,
Spawning back at the pits. Did you just honestly say that?
Vanden Bosch leaving the car, defoing. Will take over, and I really want to talk to Vanden Bosch. Can we talk to Vanden Bosch?
Don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not him, am I? Honestly, I'm honestly amazed by the Ken Block skills of the 63 car. It's amazing. FXR. Sideways in all the hairpins.
Oh Jesus Christ! We're going to get a few interviews over here in the next few minutes because, as you can see, things are running slightly stale. What with the lack of any wheel-to-wheel action.
Drive through for the Project and Busters racing team car out of the pit lane, speeding, probably not using the speed limiter or releasing it too early, obviously.
Yeah. Joining us in the channel is Michael Booth, making me think that somebody's joined us, but they haven't.
The new quarter moderator, Flame.
Rodriguez has just... Oh my goodness, there we go! Severance. That is horrendous luck for Raptor. That is the second time they've been involved in an accident like that. That was completely 3ID's fault for pushing Rodriguez out the corner. What a ridiculous move. What a ridiculous piece of driving.
Which 3ID car?
Yoni Tormula.
Well,
this
disaster.
is his debut racing my 3ID.
Absolute disaster for
Raptor Gaming.
Raptor Gaming. They're back on the track now, just in front of Yasin Evenen's My 3ID car, but this will put them at least one, maybe even 2 laps down. I'm not particularly sure on the maths. But yeah, very, very unfortunate for Raptor. Not 100% sure here what actually happened there, but
what happened from what I saw was that Yoni Tormala, exiting the final chicane, came up to Rodriguez.
T1, Jägermeister. Who's that? Solace.
Got someone in the gravel in turn 1.
Oh, that's the second time they've been stuck. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's another 1 lap penalty.
Yeah.
This is actually good for us.
And as we finally get the first real action in quite a few hours, and here comes Martin Kapal, Live for Speed Forum's newest moderator. And Martin, how does it feel being in your new job with your new fancy title?
I've never been so happy in my life. No, just kidding. Yeah.
How did it happen?
Oh, just some random things happened, and bang, I'm the moderator.
Plus hack the forum again. I don't
Simple
know.
question. Can I get my infraction removed?
Nope.
I can't make threads.
I would say
Fine.
Simon Cattell, that's a new fastest lap and PB.
At 37.95, first 37 of the race, I suppose. No, it isn't fail. That's how awake I am. Encounter 2.
Fastest lap at PB, Sam Cattell.
Already well good.
You have, haven't you? You have. Oh man.
Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you.
Now, back to Martin.
Yes,
How was
back
your
to
race
you, Martin.
going?
Back to you, Martin. And where,
oh, thank you.
where do your affiliations stand these days? Who are you supporting?
I'm sorry.
Which team are you looking to win? Which team are you supporting?
I'm hoping for my 30 to win the GT1s and probably the Speedo Racing for GT2 because there's a Czech guy in that team. Yeah.
Well, nationality is without a doubt an important thing in your chosen sport, and motorsport is one of them, except I don't like Lewis Hamilton, so I've kind of just ruled that out. So how have you enjoyed the race so far?
Yeah, we had a couple of problems with disconnections, and we had to shift P1s because of we got stuck in the gravel, so we are not quite as we expected, but we don't give up. We're still hoping to reach the probably 11th spot, maybe.
How did you preparate for the race? I think it's your first MOE race, right?
Yes, it's my first memory race, but yeah, we have decided to create a Czechoslovak team quite late because no one was about to decide whether we drive or not. But so we 3 days before the race we started to practice. But yeah, we practiced quite a lot. I was still not quite fast as others.
Yep, yeah.
May I ask something?
Sure, go ahead.
What happened to Core GT1?
Dom? Oscar? You know?
What happened with Core GT1 is that I'm having to talk for this first time on this stream, is that someone didn't spell our username correctly, so I went to the tracker with the wrong name. So I'll fix that now. So we can just blame Ben Heel for that.
It is his team after all.
I support this notion.
Support anything that doesn't go against you, Decker.
No, I even support some things that go against me.
What?
But who's saying you can't see the core car? He's on the stream right now, and he's been on the stream.
Martin, will you drive again in this race?
I don't know, probably in about half an hour, I think, because then everyone else in our team will go to sleep, so I'll probably be here alone. I don't know. So yeah, we'll be in half an hour, and we'll see. Why not?
And that was James talking to himself on the stream, because others can't hear fail the ass.
They can hear me if I talk like this.
Yep. Oh, sure they can.
My only question for you was the infraction thing.
Martin, do you want to tell us about what's it like being an admin moderator on a forum? What do you have to do? Do you check posts all the time, or?
It's not like some of the people think I am, because I see a lot of people think that I'm it's moving here. Most people think I'm a beta tester or something all the time. But I'm just a forum moderator, nothing else. I just check some bad language or some
noted photos.
Yes. some bad behavior on the forums, especially now in the progress report thread. Sometimes it's quite annoying.
the real question is, or the real thing you've got to do now is tell the viewers why you should be voted Moderator of the Year.
I think I'm quite active moderator, which I think that there wasn't quite a lot of activity in the recent years. Probably two of them were quite active. For example, Frankie 500 or Bob Smith. But yeah, I'm on the forums almost every day and try to keep the things clean and yeah.
Then do you talk to Victor, Scavan, Eric, or any of the devs? Like, do you just in general talk to them more than anyone else would in Alpha's forum?
Well, I talk to Victor quite a lot. We discuss several things, not just about Alphas, but some other things. But I haven't actually talked to Scavan or Eric ever. So just Victor. Well, it's quite easy to get in touch with Victor because he's on IRC quite a lot.
Victor is so cool that he actually was the safety car driver for a league event.
Yeah.
How's the progress done with Jenny Victor on interview here, by the way, Phil?
I'm not the one with IRC.
Well, that's pretty much it, I guess. Do you have anything you want to say, Martin, or give a shout out to anyone?
Yeah, we got a team website, lprteam.cz, if you want to check out our achievements, or just check it out, just go there. And everyone, please like at Facebook page so we can have more viewers.
Okay.
Forever.
Thanks for coming in. Good luck in the race.
Thank you. See you later.
See you. We're gonna have for the next 5-10 minutes just onboards, so on the chat you can request a driver who wants to see onboard off.
So the extra note, it's gonna be quite hard if that driver is currently not in the car. Yeah. But, well, every one of us is in the car, just go on a tracker. because Wilco is gone. Yeah, it's because Wilco is gone, but we're dropping below 200 viewers now, I suppose. Shame. But still 197 if you round that up, it's 200, so... Too bad. Ollie, is there anything going on that would be worth putting on stream at the moment?
No. Unless you keep it for a minute or more than 3 seconds. Okay, so apparently we have Jack Bastard and Dennis Galind in the commentary box.
Dennis Galind.
Hello, Jack.
Alright.
And hi, Miro.
Hello.
We've just been chatting in the paddock for a while about how tasty the speedo car looks.
Yeah. We've come to an agreement to try and the GT2 one. We've come to an agreement and trying to eat them.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure if they will appreciate that.
Yep.
Wilco is absolutely hammered.
He's just been screaming too much.
Yep.
One blocking messages again.
But if he just said wait till he gets drunk, then the hammered on life. Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's Wilco. Hello, Chris. How
Hi,
have
Chris.
you been?
Hello, I'm absolutely smashing. Thank you very much, Dominic. But
Smashed or
hammered.
smashing?
Oh, that was just uncalled for. Jack.
You've got to
That
stay
was
on now,
uncalled for.
Wilco.
No, I don't want to stay on because I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed.
I want to go to bed, but
Before I go, should I do my Guy Martin impression on the stream?
Yes.
No.
God.
Please.
Boothie, what do you think? What do you think, Boothie?
We'll say no anyways.
No, you cannot do that. That's a huge crash.
Okay, Guy Martin is a Isle of Man TT motorbike rider, but he's also a motor mechanic, lorry mechanic, and a BBC television presenter. He was in the TT3D film. He was, he's got mutton chops. He's quite entertaining to listen to. He's
Alright, we understood the point. Now go on.
No, this is my. I've got to do this, otherwise I can't do it.
always
You had
mad
me-
from
you had me
Lincolnshire.
on
He's
top.
very from
on a
Lincolnshire.
TV show called The Boat That Guy Built on TT3D. He crashed in 2010. Please let me do this, Boothie.
Okay.
Took longer than 30 seconds.
Oh yes, I do Guy Martin impression.
That wasn't it, by the way.
Of course it was. Of course it is. It's my Guy Martin impression. This, you know. I'm not bad at it. I'm not bad. You know. I'm not bad. I just say a lot, you know. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk at all. I've had a little bit of drink, but I'm not that bad, you know.
But our people watching this don't even want to know what you're like when you're drunk.
I don't even know what Guy Martin sounds like.
Dumb, right?
Yes.
You know exactly what I'll sound like drunk, right?
Yes, I had a nice recording of you, which I would like to play for now, but I
You
don't
still
have
have
it
it
anymore.
You still have it, lad.
No, I don't have it.
Oh
Do you have the 1337 connections?
Sorry,
I think that should be
Oh,
like
absolutely.
in
Shot
the
me,
links
mate.
on the bottom of the stream, really.
So anyways, since you guys are not asking questions here, Dom, tell me about your few stints you've done already.
But what?
The few stints. Was I nice to you when I passed you, and was Ray nice to you when he passed you? And
Hey, you were
Dom didn't
awesome to
try.
me when you passed me, seriously.
that's nice. I'm really happy. I'm trying not to get in the way as much as you are.
Just so you know, Dennis, Dom hasn't drove.
Oh, well, I can explain this. I've been hallucinating for the last 3 hours. I'm sorry.
I have been driving since I've not had a PC that was capable of driving in the past 2 days, and only got this one fixed until after the race starts. So,
well, that's unlucky.
Use all the fan to cool PC because none of the fans inside the PCs itself work.
I've got a
Get the Arctic cooling system.
I've got a question for Jack Basford.
Yeah.
And it's to do with the incident with, I believe it was Fernandez. Possibly
the VRT
not,
guy.
Yeah, VRT car. The, Tomek. It wasn't Tomek, was it? It was
Yoni.
Yoni. I didn't see exactly what happened. From what I saw, Yoni drove into the back of him, but I'm genuinely not sure. Have you got any more to put in on that we could know about to get a bit clearer understanding on what went on?
Nope. First I've heard of it.
Ah, fair enough.
I just saw it on the stream after it
insight
happened.
into incidents.
Can I just make a quick appeal, by the way, for Dennis Lind? He's seeking funding at the moment, and he's willing to put tattoos of any kind of symbol that you want on his body.
As long as you pay for the tattoo and a sort of tires.
Yeah. If you've got £500 and you want to help out Dennis Lind, you can get a tattoo on his body.
For £1,000, will you tattoo a penis to your forehead?
No, I will not. I will actually not do anything that has to with the genitals. But since you being a Catholic, you better go wash your mouth right now.
I'm not. My family is.
No problem.
It may have been inappropriate,
The
but
penis
someone
does not
had to say
exist in Catholicism.
No, it's the
Well, it's
protection.
past midnight. No one cares.
Except
don't be all
Catholics,
skinny on us.
apparently. So anyway,
past
the
my
appeal's
bedtime
out
and
there.
the priest hasn't been round yet. Anyway.
You better not want him around too.
Hey, Dennis, you still racing at Sebring?
Yes, Phil, I am.
No one keeps asking me if I'm going there.
You should go, Phil. You should
Well,
go.
I don't know the time, date, and how much it costs.
Well, I don't know how much it costs, but it's definitely not like gonna cost you a fortune to go into the Sebring circuit to off the calendar race, basically.
But I want to ride next to you as you race.
Okay, that's probably gonna cost a bit more, and that would probably cost you around $700 for a set of tires.
Well, if you think about it,
Yeah.
I would be good ballast.
You would be very balanced since you're American and fat and all that.
Oh dear.
Can you distribute the ballast, though?
There is a few very fat people in the series I'm running. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
So yes, probably. It would. Yeah.
Bucket in the door.
Unless there's somebody weighing 140 kilograms, it'll probably make up for
Conveniently,
it.
that is exactly how much I don't weigh.
Exactly. So actually, if you weigh less than 70 kilograms, Phil, it's okay. But if you don't, get out!
Did you know, interesting fact, the driver in iRacing weighs 89 kilograms.
93.
Is it?
93 to be exact.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
That's
There
pretty
you
fat,
go.
actually.
Yeah.
That's how.
Is
short-
that how much the average American driver weighs?
Yeah.
It must be.
Yeah, there's no driver calculated in the HPD, so it's actually 93 kilograms too light.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, because there's no LMP driver that's too fat. Or fat like that.
I think they patched that
Nicky
now,
timed out
didn't
on
they?
joining.
Anyways,
Oh,
I really think. Sorry.
Has
No, he's
have we
not
missed
driving.
that? Hasn't? Oh.
He's,
we missed that,
he's
totally.
joining to drive.
Okay, fair enough. I thought he was driving, and there had been a driver swap, but never mind. I'm not paying
Oscar.
attention.
I was just looking
have
through the
to
times.
Oscar, I have to know. Do you still play in kitchen?
No, I don't. I've moved house, and I now have a room that I play in.
Oh.
Wait, so you actually slept in the kitchen as well?
Yeah, slept in the kitchen.
You're more of a woman than I thought, actually.
I even made sandwiches.
Do you want to marry me?
Less than you think.
Before that goes completely wrong, Dennis, how much does a helmet weigh?
A what?
A helmet. Let's ask on the screen.
My
50 times
helmet
out
I'm
again.
standing right here. Stand 21. What do you call it? Like nickel or something? Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me find out.
He
Actually-
had connection issues earlier as well.
Who?
Nicky, he did.
Nicky for 3ID GT1.
He
he's had a
timed
few.
it twice last time when he was trying to join the server.
He's not timed out as many times as Wilco though. Holy shit, that's annoying.
Dennis, when will you get the new helmet of the competition you had on NFS Forum?
I'm thinking about sending it to the painter during February or March, as soon as I get some money. So that's the helmet itself is probably gonna be out in July, I think.
Is it definitely going to be that design that was put
Yeah,
on Facebook?
definitely.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a split side helmet, so that's gonna be something completely new for anyone.
Yeah. By the way, on the track, Biff and Sick are quite close in GT1. That seems to be about the only action at the moment.
Is that Anton and...
Yeah.
Yeah, Anton and Robin, Frisco's Lowland Lines.
Doesn't look like there's much going on at the moment, unless the track
in all
is screwed
fairness,
up.
Bjornsson and Kursk are much closer than that.
All of them upside down. No, wow.
What?
You're just gonna roll.
9th and 10th in GT1 are even closer.
Okay. The tracker's showing all kinds of weird numbers. It says like
The
1
tracker
lap,
doesn't
3 laps.
always work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tracker has been a bit buggy this time. It doesn't update at the right time, so usually when the leader has passed the finish line, it's a random number between 5 to 12 is a lap behind.
Yeah.
I think it might even lower now to like 2 to 7 or something.
Also, Dennis, is it Swedish Camaro Cup?
Yes, it is a Swedish Camaro Cup. It's not really what you would call a Camaro, since it's just a tube frame like a NASCAR, for example.
Oh, this is that's the support series to the Swedish Touring Car Cup, isn't it? These Camaros.
Exactly.
runs
But they have a new chassis and a new engine. It's 421 cubic inch, I believe, which is a 4.7 liter V8 that runs on E85 methanol. So it's actually a very green class as well.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So it has about 440 brake horsepower and torque worth of 600 plus. And the weight being astonishingly low for American-built car, so it's 1175 kilograms. I don't know how much that is in pounds.
Some.
Yeah. What is the factor?
I can't tell you off the top of my head.
2 point something in it.
Film below.
1.9 something, I don't even know.
Is it 2.2?
Might be, yes. I'm not sure.
So.
So
what?
2,585 pounds. So that's still pretty light for a V8 front engine car.
Something American.
Exactly. And this car, for an American car as well, can actually also turn right. So that's a good thing.
Can it slow down?
But that's
No, it
That's
absolutely.
why I wanted
it's,
to be in the car. I'd be the
Yeah.
right side analyst of the turn.
No, it has a very, very good differential as well. Once you enter the corner with completely lift-up throttle, it's an open diff, and the more you push it, the more it locks. So 100% throttle means 100% locking.
Active.
Exactly. So it's very, very nice to drive through corners. It's very nice to drive on straightaways, and it has a very nice sound. And braking, not so much. I tried it in Sweden at Knutstorp, which is a very, very legendary circuit. For those who's been there, and Swedish racing and all of Scandinavia basically. Very hilly circuit where you actually have to use the brakes sometimes, and sometimes it's very, very exciting once you get down to the end of the straightaway, and you know.
Well, I imagine it will be interesting at places like Is it Falkenberg?
Falkenberg is a very short, narrow track, more like a go-kart track. It's pretty flat too.
Yeah, I seem to remember it being short but relatively high speed.
Oh yeah, Falkenberg. I know what you're talking about. That's a really quick track too.
And
but Klitstop is a very hilly circuit, and it's not really that quick on speeds. I think maximum speed there is 120 miles.
What's the track that you have over in Sweden? It's a street circuit that you
it's Gothenburg.
Gothenburg. That looks good. That'd be fun to race in then.
No, because it has a long straightaway and you have to brake at that long straightaway. So, and the same gearbox they've used since 1915. That's the same gearbox system. It's a 4-gear, clutch in, clutch out, hammer down.
Using a 4-gear?
Yes, sir.
I love this series now.
Yeah, and you have to heel and turn everything. It's so challenging and yet so fun.
This battle for 9th is heating up.
Oh yeah.
Where is Curse catching?
He's right on the back of him.
Whoa! 3ID GT1 just got crashed off!
What? Oh shit.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Jack.
NL car be in the middle of the road. Oh.
That's the second time he's parked there.
I think I've seen him there before as well.
Yeah, he was parked the opposite way, actually going towards the racing line.
We should build him a dedicated parking space there.
Yep, like with barriers and stuff, so we can't actually get into it.
Yeah.
Do you know if Nicky has any damage?
That's
look at his car.
Minimal.
He looks, he doesn't have more damage than before, just the car looks even worse now.
Yeah, it's more aerodynamic.
It's always been
some parts are.
And as we do that, Kursk pass for 9th position.
I bet that was the D1 pass.
Can someone get a hold of Fuse and tell him to go back behind him and then pass him again?
Yeah.
Yeah, good plan.
He sounds like someone who would actually do that.
That's right. It's cool.
Is that his music that's been playing on the stream, by the way? When it was.
Yes, it is.
It's really good. I like that.
His
it's really good.
And his music.
Yeah.
And also, another thing I want to throw in the mix while I'm here. I will host another competition very soon with the same amount of money in. It's going to be a video compilation
competition.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Which is going to be very hard because the videos of me are very rare apparently because I'm not that known. So.
Well, they're very blue.
Well, I don't think there's going to be much from Formula 4 there, but yeah, definitely blue.
No, I mean
blue
movies. You know what I mean?
They'll never know.
On board with Robin.
It's our little secret.
So yeah, Phil, I definitely think that you should take your buddy Nolan and hold his hand and go to Sebring to watch me, and I'll buy you an ice cream once you get there.
Can I be there with you and not have to stand next to Nolan? Well, Nolan's there too, I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah, well, you will be able to get into the tent, I'll make sure. Because it's only me and 2 Swedish blokes there. So, yeah, I'd definitely like you to have your own. And bring your camera so you can take some pictures as well if you
There is another fight trying to emerge on track.
No.
Yeah. And it is Saka, who is Infinity Skills, who is catching Ben Keogh at a rate of knots, and that is for 5th position in GT2.
Gonna stay with the onboards.
So Phil, you took my advice and used your laptop for commentating, I guess.
Yes, I've done this for a few weeks now.
Yes, and I gave you the thing a few weeks ago. Nope.
Yeah.
I take all credit for Phil being able to share his sexy voice with everyone here.
It sounds awful on my laptop.
No, you sound good. You sound a bit distant, but I like that. No pun intended.
Why, hello there.
Obviously.
I don't dare to make statements about other people's commentary.
I don't dare to state. Yeah.
You know, I'm quite happy
Because
to speak
we
my
do
mind about other people's driving commentary.
Never.
And I've speak your mind about
Robin.
me.
Oh, Robin!
Robin, Hydra Man,
Hundred.
Yo!
Friscops.
Robendo.
LLL. GT1.
Simon straight on the buzzer there, jumping back in the car.
Lousy land losers. I'm sorry.
We can't ever remember their name. I've settled with long-legged lions.
It's actually
Lions.
It's actually Last Lap Lions because they're twinned with Last Lap Motorsports.
I'm sorry for that as well.
Oh, I love his hungry spins! Oh, that's funny. Just as I switched to them, it's probably my fault.
Jinx them.
Yeah.
Car's coming.
Almost taking Rick de Jong out.
Okay, it's time to put a parking space on that corner.
Definitely.
This is too much.
Apparently Robin's LFS froze.
Make a layout and put a few barriers there.
Could put a jump.
Even better.
That's what
He's
you do for
banking.
the last 60 minutes. It should be Death Rally.
Oh yeah, jumps everywhere. Just put a
And
jump
turns with
in the chicane, so when the XRR go through there, they actually fly more than they do right now. They'll get more than 5 feet air under the car.
Then you get enter lessons from the machines.
Actually, that's fail because the XRR can take so much punishment through that chicane that you won't believe it. Just ask Jack. He's tested it for a year.
Yeah, we started testing about 400 days ago for this event.
Before you even knew it was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Because
Jack
riders
is like
have those skills. You foresee these things.
And we're also worried about our lack of skill at actually driving the car, so we need that much time to get up to speed.
So, would you suggest to other top tier teams getting a team sidekick to help them out with preparing for events?
Yeah, we personally use Sally Morgan, TV Psychic.
Fair enough. So, I presume for things like DWC, you've had your drivers preparing for the past, I don't know, 7
Why do you
years.
think
Despite
it
the
was
fact
so
that
quick?
iRacing wasn't out at that time, you've had them practicing for that period of time, obviously.
Yeah.
It's understandable stuff.
We usually get them to meditate and hold crystals just before the start, and it helps them to zone in.
Hold crystals.
Yes.
What's that gonna help?
It channels the energy into their heart chakra.
I can't believe that you just came out with that. And I'm
Was
even
that a word you made up? Heart
It's
chakras?
not. No.
It's
Don't say it. It's a family-friendly stream.
Oh.
It's almost
Okay.
more-
I think I got the hunch. Otherwise, tied it.
I think even I'm slightly confused here, so let's just move on.
I agree, because I may be the only one that knows what I'm talking about, which would be a bad thing.
I have no idea what is happening at all for the last 10 minutes. Then
Well,
that is not
this
surprising.
battle for 14th is heating up. Good look at that. Not
Sorry?
quite there yet, but he's close. Should be a couple of laps and then it'll be winning.
We always want to watch Ben Keogh get past.
Yeah,
Yes,
brings
because
me great joy.
that's
All the
very
excuses
exciting
bad.
every time.
I told him he should have made Masters of Endurance one class. He didn't listen, and now
One
he's
class
in
and one car.
Let's watch him get past the GT2 car.
Let's just have it all GT0.
Yeah,
GT0 was too
that would
horrible.
have been epic.
We couldn't even make an hour here.
So
You could. It was easy on tires. R3.
Yeah,
no
for
problem.
the XRR, but if you did it with
Then I
FZR,
can't do it on
you couldn't
fuel.
even make an hour.
Yeah, but it was faster if you just take the weight off.
Yeah, it's called strategy in tire management. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, yes,
You
yes,
tell
yes,
them.
yes, but Deco, since you
I
have
win. You
most
lose.
likely
You
not so much
lose.
knowledge,
Good day, sir.
That is uncanny.
Well said.
Anyways, it's scientifically proven that the FZR with the GTO spec cannot make it on fuel. Even with 100% to the
it
hour.
has a bigger first than a V8 supercar.
But if you take the
Let's
weight
just
off,
say it uses
it's faster.
6.2 per lap here.
AS5.
It's faster.
Yeah.
Therefore, you should be able to make it up.
Yes, if you want to be last.
Well, no. Think about it. If you use R2, R3 versus R3, R3 in this race, it's no different.
Well, it's a
That's
bit
what's up.
different. I mean, the R2, R3 guys are doing a bit quicker than. Well,
Really?
I would say me, but since I'm a very, very, very bad example of going faster on this track this weekend, then yeah.
I haven't exactly been a mobile chicane, but
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but I've definitely not been at my ace.
I didn't expect someone who changes the car from a GT2 XR to a GT1 FZR in like 3 days before quali or even less to win the race.
You do it
Well-
as Dennis Lind.
Exactly.
Does anybody
Ben-
know
I
when
thought Ben was
Speedo
pitting there.
GT1 will be pitting?
Looked like Ben was going to pit then.
Yeah, on the stream it did.
You trying to get out the draft or what?
That's actually
Yeah.
core on the stream.
But that's very smart when you
Speedo
scrub all
GT1
the
may
speed
pit
up.
this time. It's been an hour and 6 minutes since they last pitted.
They're going extra lap then. They're doing hour 10-minute stints.
That's
Are
very
we
impressive.
watching core or are we inside the core car?
Watching core, hopefully.
Watching.
Yeah, watching core.
Okay.
Speedo are pitting now.
That GT1.
Yeah, someone keep an eye on the GT2 battle. I'll switch back if something happens.
Is that the cookie car or is that the GT2?
That's the GT1 car right there. The GT2 car is the cookie car.
Alright.
Like from
No.
1970s.
Alrighty, coming across the first split. What team is that again? The Infinity Skills car was right on the back, coming through turn 3, but got a
gonna miss.
little bit on the grass after, so it's not on quite yet.
Yeah, he's just on the grass.
Infinity
Someone was just
League
off in
team
turn
name
1.
skills.
This is Michael McDonald.
Is Michael McDonald indeed? Yes.
Who is that?
Chris Ford.
Alright. Not Michael McDonald.
I'm Terry
Here
Gibbs.
comes Nicky.
He's got it.
I'm Terry Pratchett. What day is it?
Sunday.
You're on the ball.
October.
If you got that, then you're a horrible person like me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, therefore I feel better.
Days of the week, you know, Monday, Tuesday.
That looks as or instead of for. Or.
That's because you are Finnish and need your eyes checked.
It
I
does
got
look a
them
bit like
checked
that, to be honest.
half an hour ago. No. Okay.
Either that or an infinity sign for this angle.
Or it looks like it's saying cope.
That too. Oh.
And if you just take the bottom of it, it looks like a death ramp for MX. See?
If you take the top, it looks like McDonald's DC.
Yeah.
Actually, it does.
Yeah.
And if you take the top, it looks like DC. Wait.
Really?
Where'd you get that?
So they're sponsored by McDonald's and Kim Block.
Yeah.
Well, DC shoes and yeah. It could look a bit like a Terry's logo from like the bottom logo, but it's really not. either way, so guys, what do you think the nicest skin for this weekend is?
Not yours, cause the whole roof is off center.
Is it?
Yes, just check the rear end of your skin on the JPEG and see how much closer it is to the left side lights and than it is to the right side side. Right side side, like right side lights.
I'm gonna power slave power.
The skins that aren't in the race should have been count.
No.
Oh well, because Andre from our team did a really good IGP manager skin, but it didn't get entered because the team pulled out.
Yeah, that skin was actually pretty good.
Yeah, and he's an iRacing guy, so he's not familiar with the LFS.
Well, he deserves no credit then.
That was his first attempt at LFS.
Here, the skin templates here are way easier, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
Plus you have the LFS viewer.
Yep. But he's very handy with Photoshop. Does some good stuff.
I'm very handy too, if you want the skin done.
By the way, has Marius given up on Pro Series? Or is he in?
He's out of that. It was too much on top of all the other stuff. You know, when you don't have time to prepare for those events, it's quite difficult.
Yeah. Plus it looked like a crapshoot half the time.
Yeah. The car is pretty much.
Oh, that too.
I love watching the Formula 1 car at various tracks in iRacing. You can actually see the inner front wheel lifting off like half a foot.
Corners.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so realistic.
No.
But it's the next revolution in online racing. No bugs whatsoever.
Because they said so.
Exactly.
Yeah, obviously, so must be true.
Yeah, it's a revolution when you re-release features that were on other sims 5 years earlier.
Don't worry.
Groundbreaking.
The new tire model was by iRacing first. The words new tire model did not start at LFS.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a move.
Don't
Sarcasm
NTM.
for who didn't catch on.
TM, oh god.
NTM, yeah, you're not allowed to say it. Well, right? It's gotta be NTM.
Maybe that's why. The NTM.
Oh,
Never see Scowen saying that.
No tire model? What?
No tire model.
NTM stands for it.
Either way, potato.
Their new Teams
Crafting
feature
is like one.
seems pretty cool.
The new Teams feature, I haven't tried it.
Teams feature on iRacing.
I've heard bits and pieces about that. Sounds interesting.
Driver swaps and shit.
Well, it doesn't include driver swaps first.
Not interested.
Yeah, they I guess it's more work, but originally I think it's going to be for the oval guys to have a spotter that joins with you and can be your spotter instead of the in-game spotter.
That's so useful because you could just sit and spectate and have all the save data basically.
Well, the spectator is actually 2 seconds behind.
2 seconds behind. Oh, let me finish this sentence.
There goes Dennis with that echo again.
Yeah?
Someone said potato, so I have to refresh everyone's memory that, you know, the drafting, it's kind of like potato.
That is...
It works like
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a channel Stilo on the phone.
Actually, it was Thilo's birthday 2 days ago. He just turned 21.
Yes, happy birthday, Thilo. He could now legally drink beer in the United States.
In any state.
Yes, it's a national law that the drinking age shall be 21.
In Denmark, it's 16. But we also highly more developed than most Americans.
Will they ever catch Ben Keogh?
No.
Well, they're gonna
have a magical shield,
anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I can't believe that the XRR GT2 is only doing 1 hour 10 minute stints.
Wait, who?
Wasn't that what you said before? That the XRR only does...
GT1.
Oh, okay.
We're only getting 1 hour 5 in the GT2.
Really?
Yeah, R2s.
No, I I had a stint once. I know it was with a GT3, but on Aston Historic, where I went 1 hour and 22 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of the guys in the team are struggling to get 1 hour 5. They're doing like 1 hour 2. Guys just, they're really on the edge by the end of the stint.
I mean, with your psychic powers, and all your crystal
myth.
voodoo thingy, yeah. How have you not seen this in your little shiny ball?
I don't fully understand the question.
I thought you were psychic. Don't you look into a crystal ball? Or glass ball?
No.
And you rub it around and you see the future?
No.
Nope. Okay.
I'm sorry to break this to you, that wasn't entirely serious.
Okay, GT2 lapper ahead. All the
Thanks,
more
Phil.
interesting.
He just can't get close. There's another car between them now.
Yeah, about to be.
I might suspect them for having a small amount of engine damage because I'm not saying that BenQ is any form of slow of any kind, but he should not be the hardest guy to catch for Infinity skills.
Maybe Ben has found his rhythm.
Probably. I mean, I saw him last night.
Whoa, did anyone see that?
Apparently not.
Infinity skills just cut across the nose of Car Game, and Car Game had to make an epic save.
Sorry, I'm on the GT1 lead right
someone's
now.
timing out. Yeah, I got a battle for the GT1 lead.
Ooh, hello.
Starting to brew here,
Maybe
of
not.
course.
No,
63.
gone.
Epic
And
start.
car 63 times out.
Oh, that's the FSR.
Valdez.
Extra racing
Yay!
team.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sucks.
that's what they're called.
Timeouts ruin sim racing, they're like the worst thing.
What is?
A timeout. It's like
Yeah,
the worst
that's
part of
true.
sim racing.
I
Especially
know.
like this.
It's like sim racing is run on a Cosworth engine.
Yep.
Sim racing is run on an Aston Martin. Le Mans, preferably, in LMP1.
Oh! De Jong spins! De Jong gets spun by a lap car! De Jong gets spun by a lap car! Nicky collects him! My at the end of the lead!
Jesus.
Now Nicky has a bit more damage.
Thanks to your heart attack, I had no chance
to take a bite off your sandwich, or
of changing the camera in time.
Oh.
Ah, that was more intense with the onboard though.
Well, I don't think it doesn't look like Rick de Jong has all that damage, but you know,
Rick de
it
Jong
could
doesn't
be
have a millimeter of damage on any of the suspension.
What
He's
about
got
Nicky?
very hot rear tires.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it the players on GT2?
Yeah. You see them coming up to them here in Evan. I'm a bit far behind because I'm watching the stream only.
So
What brought that about? I just saw the end of it on remote.
What? No, yeah, it looks. Yeah, De Jong was trying to lap him coming off of the
it was
180
flashing lights
degree
there.
right-hander after the north side of the track, and looks like the lapped car failed to yield position on the left-hand side. And De Jong tried to take his line and just clipped him and got tipped sideways. And of course, since Nicky got caught up, that'll probably help Speedo stay a little closer. But of course, that'll help even things out for 3ID after their spin.
Yeah. I think Nicky's fitted strobe lights to the front of that car. Did you see him last lap? Just constant flashing. Never non-stop.
I have a little switch on my gear shifter for 5-second stroke. Stroke, sorry.
Stroke. Oh god.
I won't be needing no strokes during this race.
You dirty boy.
I was not talking about those kind of strokes, mate.
Oh, what, you can have a heart attack?
Yes.
Alright, sorry, I didn't realise.
You have a very dirty mind, Jack.
If you have a button on your wheel to give you 4 or 5 strokes, oh my god.
Yep. Oh, Dom, you just made it even worse.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Ben
I usually only...
is still not caught up. By the way, Speedo had no damage, right?
Yeah, no damage.
Absolutely no damage, and they're not gonna get less damage than they had before, are they?
But the car looks absolutely clean, but you know, the doors can't get damaged in Need for Speed, obviously,
Yeah, obviously.
So
luckily, you don't need to open the doors in LFS.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. It's a very cool feature that you don't need to open the door.
Yeah, so no worries there.
Think of the weight you
him.
save.
Loady. I think actually Need for Speed is the only realistic game that supports bendable windows.
Oh, you mean like when your roof gets crushed? Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
the window is just perfectly fine, just
yeah.
a little bent. Like Jack.
I think
that was
should get the
unnecessary.
Nobel Prize for that.
Now Ben pulls a gap. I just don't understand this.
I think Infinity Skills has some engine damage. If you should try to check the top speeds of each car when they get to the back straight here. Because I mean, it's highly common that the XR gets some engine damage in the GT2. It's
Infinity
very likely.
Skills should be a few minutes away from this up to last been 56 minutes ago, and of course, Core GT2 only 39 minutes ago.
So yeah, they should roughly have same tires, and you know, maybe BenQ is just being quick.
Someone checks Infinity Skills top speed.
That'll be dumb.
236, I saw it at 150, about 247, and about 50.
240
yeah.
something for Ben.
241 down here. To
So
the
same
left, right
time.
for Infinity Skills, yes.
So yeah, Infinity Skills are just
somehow
a bit slow.
I somehow think we are the slowest car on the straight, which is...
Well, you gotta carry all that milk for you in that car.
Well, yes, since I'm not driving, am I?
You don't have Deco in the passenger seat by any chance?
No. Well, how can be? There's no passenger seat.
Actually, yesterday I found a bug with the XR.
Oh, really?
I joined server, I drove the car, and it said passengers not allowed on server, and I got kicked. Then I had to rejoin, like a boss. But I did. Nope.
When is Hugo getting in the car?
He's middle of the night sort of stints in UTC. So, well, actually,
What time is it now?
It's basically morning. Have a look.
It should be the same time as usual.
I can tell you, and I will find out.
What's the time now for you, Phil? Isn't it like 9? Half 10?
8:15.
Whoa, so close.
Alright, we haven't got long to wait. He'll be in the car in about 40 minutes.
Just when I go to bed.
Alright, it still just looks like a car going round.
But the precision steering.
Oh, is
57
that Shift S?
seconds.
That's a Shift S from
Yes,
Savage
it
Racing.
is.
Oh my godness.
Estonians. HT
Didn't even check the
motorsport.
clock before.
Is that HT? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Estonians. Sean Williams.
I just thought, how would anyone watching the stream differentiate when you're talking about infinity and infinity?
Because they say skills afterwards. And they presumably say Infinity Esports because that's what we are called.
Right.
Or if you
Maybe.
use TV, you could say Enfusion.
Yeah, infusing an infinity, so that will make a difference. But we don't like when people say infusion. Deco.
You've been told.
Trollback.
That's right. When you tell me exactly how to case your name in official results, then I'll listen to how you want it pronounced.
Infinity. Esports. Like that. Because both front layers are uncapitalized.
You have to write it in Chinese by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
No. I need to know whether it's lowercase n, capital F, and then
It's lowercase
E,
n
capital S.
and caps F and then rest lowercase and then lowercase e and high case s.
But Deck, you know that's written on the number plate in the correct way, right?
Yeah. No, Deco would know that.
I don't care what the number the plate has. That's not an official team material.
It
That
is
doesn't
actually.
have the full characters. I need the official team guide. Media packet from each team. New rule.
Infinity Esports Racing. That should do. Do you want to add sponsored by XYZ?
Is
Jackacom,
Mooney rejoining?
Diablo Skins. Raymond Mooney is gonna be hammered tonight. So he'll probably be on in the morning tomorrow, doing some early bird stints after I'm done with my 3 stints here in 2 hours.
Wait. He's gonna be hammered tonight, but he's doing
No,
stints in the
it's
morning.
fallback.
Alright, just wondering.
He's Scottish.
I
Hello,
lived
beautiful
up there
car.
for 6 months in Inverness, and they really don't like the English.
No.
No, I thought we were in a union. I thought we had this thing called the United Kingdom. But you go up there and then you realise suddenly how nationalistic they are.
It's called Pride.
Yeah.
Pride
of
Molotov
though
cocktails, it is something.
But
pig's
but
guts
why
and
they're proud,
skirts.
I don't understand.
I'm only kidding. I'm half Scottish anyway. Half my family's from up there.
So give us a good Scottish accent.
Hopeless. Not even gonna try.
Then do the Indian internet provider.
Would you
Sell
like
your
a better
stuff.
providing for your current provider? Hello, I'm calling from Internet Service Providings. We would like to know if you would like a better providing than your current provider is providing.
Prices.
Ah, yeah, that's it. Budget bomb. So anyways, I have a little question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
How did you find... I know you've been out of Lift for Speed for a short while. How did you find it to come back? And this is effectively the first race you've actually done in the GT2 car, isn't it?
Well, I did do like a rushed guest appearance in a GT2 once with no practice, so it's the first one I've prepared for. Yeah. It's easier to drive than the GT1, that's for sure.
Yeah, but did you also find the competition a bit, I wouldn't say necessarily harder, but definitely more packed than what you normally have in a GT1 car?
Yeah, I definitely said that in the first interview, my first slightly more controversial interview. Pointed out that the competition's really high in GT2. Probably closer than GT1, I'd say.
Yeah.
So how about
I
you
think
then?
the main reason for people being so close in GT2 is that actually what you race with is roughly your qualifying setup. So I mean, so if people have prepared enough, they should all be an optimum at the end of the stint if they do it right. But you know, as people are being human and all, that this is not always the outcome. But we surely see the top 10 in GT2 being absolutely insanely close.
Yeah. How come you pulled out GT2? You were going to do that.
Yeah, we spoke about it before, and I also said it in the first stint. So Well, basically it was that we, I am not too keen on the XR, and nor am I keen on a slow XR, and nor am I keen on self-developing for a very slow GTR.
Yeah.
And when I don't really have so much experience with it, and I've been quite busy with work, you know, it's just not something you would walk into and just, you know, go ahead and do. Because I've never really driven the XR GT2 car, and it's kind of awful to get used to, because the turbo lag is just insanely immense with that car. I mean, you have to be under power as soon as you want to basically start braking.
Or even before. It's been breaking it in as soon as you're trailing off the brake.
Yeah, I think that car design deserves some kind of anti-lag system just to, you know, get it out of corners.
I wonder if someone should like map their pedals, so that it's always on full throttle, and you use the clutch inverted as a kind of accelerator.
So when you go down the straightaway, you just
yeah, exactly. So you have no turbo lag whatsoever.
I was a bit nervous on the start because you have to build up the turbo lag or the turbo boost on the start, and I hadn't practiced that at all. And it's been ages since I drove this car, so. But
then again, once you get it done, it's probably one of the faster closed-stop cars in lift speed on a straightaway.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that the FZR can't keep up with an XR that is fully turbo loaded and just going at it basically. On a 0 to 100 or 60 in miles, you know, the FZR will be quicker since it's rear mounted and everything. But I think from then on and further, the XR is just genuinely faster.
I think the FZR gets ballast too much. Honest.
Yeah, we should ask Phil why it does.
GT2?
GT1 and GT2.
Well, GT1 seems pretty even so far.
Not if you look at it for a, you know, if everything went flawless for both, you know, the XR would be quicker at the start of the stint, and some would be the same through middle and a bit slower to the end, but still able to do more laps.
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, you know,
GT1's pretty even, in my opinion.
The GT1 was very, very even in the qualifying, hands down. There's no way to argue that, because that was probably one of the closest mixed car qualifyings I've ever seen in lift speed at that top rate.
The FZR never felt the same though. Once it got ballast, it was. I think it just handled better before when it was just pure.
Yeah. What I think they should do is probably just take some. I don't know, just change the whole base of the XR, because nobody likes that car either way.
Well, see what I did for IGTC is I did 2% intake restriction instead of 1% in ballast.
And the car was completely rubbish.
Well, no, just nobody took it. For example, Zach got in the car and led the race with it, so obviously it had the possibility to win.
But you know, he's been ranting about it himself, that it's too slow.
Well, since he was the one that tested it with me, I wouldn't really say that.
Owned.
But you know, people being people, they'll turn your back on you at some point.
Well, it's funny, for example. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but
Don't do that.
There was somebody, well, you would know. He was telling me that the XR2 was actually slower than the FZR GT2. And to make the XR2 faster.
I think he was mistaken there.
Yeah, he's massively mistaken.
And
I think he would even say that now. We were under that impression when we started, and then we realised it probably wasn't the case.
Yeah, because I was getting all these other people saying that, like, times from the XRR GT2, and it was much faster. So And I wasn't going to slow the FCR GT2 down anymore. Just
I
seems that...
think the FZR GT2 is just too slow now, but you know, the 20% restriction and just like 10 kilos would probably have done the job, in my opinion, but you know.
That's faster than 21%.
Well, it's not exactly quicker than the XR right now, is it?
Well, no, just an even 21% probably could have worked.
Infinity skills in the pits, by the way. That battle never happened.
Oh, how dare they?
And also, when you look at this, the times from the XR GT2s right now, I mean, there was never a reason why the FZR should have been ballasted even more. Because if you look at the pace, they're actually going quicker than what Sirius were doing, and Sirius was so-called unbeatable.
Well, show me where the XR GT2 was tested before with times like this.
Well, Skippy said it was never manageable, even though me and him spent about a week only testing the XR GTR around this track, and me and Skippy Skippy in person not being so you know, common with the XR, he was never able to make a proper setup for it. So therefore we never went any quicker than a 47.1, which was, you know, fast at the time, because the fastest time I believe in the FZ GT2 was 46.8 at that point.
XRR?
Yeah, XR GT2.
47.4.
That was in the official event, yes.
Oh, sorry. Come on.
So yeah, you know, but you know, you had the times, the fastest times in the stints being, I believe, Norby. He did a 47.5. Am I completely mistaken? Or might have been a bit higher than that, probably 46.7. But you know, if this was the case, that you know, two very, very good teams like My3AD and Sirius would come together and, you know, really test this stuff out, and I'm pretty sure that the restriction from, it must have been 09-10 season.
Well, just 21% can run 46.5. Tomic ran last year in GT2. So
yes, but that was with the modded.
It's the same horsepower.
It's got one more.
You never know the final digits, to be honest. You only get the ones that
also,
set.
you can't really take the data, I think, as well from a car that's 31 kilos underweight and just has the weight extra added on it. I think that also makes a difference.
Sure.
Because we don't know the center of gravity of where the ballast is put in lift for speed. We don't know if it's on the roof or mounted in the rear tire, to be honest. Or under the tire, sorry.
On the wheel bearings.
You could probably, if you got someone clever enough to work it out with the suspension view, you might be able to tell where it's landing on the car.
That's, yeah, well, it would take some time to find out by just roughly driving, but I'm pretty sure you would be able to do it with some programming skills. I'm sure.
Gonna split them. Is that for position any chance?
It might be. It might be.
LLL just had a timeout, so can't be. No, wait.
Well, Lanzarote is up there in the mix.
22 and 01, yes, that is.
I was thinking of your idea.
position.
Well, he just split the AD and passed him. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, right
He
now.
did Hagen and Schumacher.
Right now, the Lowland Lions car just ahead of the Lions racing team. Simon can tell in the red and yellow Lowland Lions team, formerly INEX, however it was called racing, but Manrock is all Lowland Lions. And also Lanzarote racing team, Pena.
Is it Lanzarote or Lanzarote?
It's the country of Lanzarote, so it's Lanzarote, I think. But in reality, it's Lanzarote.
Yeah, we tend to say
Lanzarote.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, pronounce the E. But I don't know if that's correct. That's just how we say it in the UK.
Yeah, you say Lanzarote, and that I think it's the correct way.
That looks like Cattell pulling the Lowland Lions Car a little bit ahead now.
So we have Mafia Racing and Virtual Racing Team going at it.
Have Mafia Racing got the correct plates? Because I noticed, not during the race, but throughout all the practice sessions that I saw them in, they all had the wrong plates.
I think they have Mafia R on the number plate, so yeah.
Alright. I was going to warn you, but I just didn't have time. Had to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I feel bad now because it feels like I've pointed it out, but didn't know.
The only car that has a wrong number plate is the 57 car.
What car is that?
LFS.HU, well, LFS Hungary car.
They have LFSU, don't they?
Yeah, they should have, but they have clear cup on the number plate at the moment.
Oof. Yeah, that's because they had a timeout from the
Yeah.
That's why we always share CFGs. Another thing, Jack, as we kind of went on a sidetrack. So you've been racing this race, obviously. So how did you find the racing between the GT2 field? As in, you've had an incident, I believe.
Yeah,
You went back up to the field.
I was a bit surprised by how rough it was at the start. Like,
yeah, I heard
don't
you
get me
like
started on this again, please.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but just don't say any names, and getting back up there after all the stuff happened.
I'll try and anonymise it all. I went into turn 2, and I braked quite late. I went to the inside line, and the car in the lead changed his line in the braking zone, the anonymous car that I won't name. And
prostitute.
Yeah, and that caused a little bit of contact between our cars, but nothing serious. And then I got ploughed into on the rear as I tried to apex the first hairpin by another completely anonymous driver, and we approached the second hairpin, and I was 5th after that, and I had to work my way back up. Got back past, up to 4th, 3rd, got 2nd from Marius, and then I said the name. I got past this anonymous driver for 2nd place, and caught up with the anonymous leader. I went for a risky move, admittedly, but I thought he was smart enough to leave, well, I don't know, enough space, and he didn't, and we touched.
Oh,
but to be honest, that didn't really cause any damage either. Big damage. It was my own fault when we got to the chicane after that. Just flew into it over the curb on the right and into the tyres.
In complete theory of the qualifying times you actually did, you would just be like a string following each other so closely. So making a pass in a GT2 car, that is risky.
The second stint, I was behind Marius for the entire stint, and he didn't make a single mistake. It was really difficult. I caught up quite quickly and then got stuck from about lap 7 or 8, maybe, in the stint. Good sort of 8 laps, I was stuck behind him. Yeah. And then we saw Jesse take over the car. And he was quite clearly quicker than the car he was racing, but he was stuck again. It's so hard to pass in these things. When you do go for a pass, you do have to make it a kind of risky one, like I did. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Yep. I remember racing the GT2s at West Hill. That was quite interesting as well.
Getting lapped by the GT1s is a totally new experience.
How does it feel, being inferior?
Well,
It's a weird feeling that you see someone in the mirror just going flying past you, isn't it?
Well, you just don't want to get in their way, because I know how annoying that can be. I've been in GT1 every year.
Yeah. And I must say, to be honest, you've been one of the most pleasurable to... Well, yeah. Sorry, Ray's wanting to get into commentator chat.
Right.
Either way, what was I saying?
Saying that I pleasure you.
Oh yeah. You were actually one of those that pleasured me the most when I passed you, and I think also made you look at my strobe lights a few times. But yeah, I mean, the only guy I had problems, well, top guy I had problems with during that time, passing GT2s, is the anonymous guy we can't speak about in here.
Exactly. That
whose name
one
cannot be spoken.
What a wanker.
Keep it
Well,
down.
it's almost 3 AM. No, nobody's gonna care.
Nobody's up at this time.
No, nobody's
We're basically
awake.
talking
We only
ourselves.
have 177 viewers at the moment, which is absolutely
This is actually the
amazing.
lowest it's been
However,
since the stream
we
started.
have-
Yeah, we actually, I think I managed to see the record of being 348 viewers at a very, very slow time.
377.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think they've got a fair point on the chat that we're not talking about the race. Is there anything happening on track?
And this is how much
no.
is happening on the race.
2 core cars are about to be side by side. This is magic.
Wow.
We might
Never
as well look at
happened
it.
before.
Get a screenshot.
When I was racing one of the core cars earlier, I noticed that the GT1 car held up the GT2 car quite badly. That was kind of bad team play there.
It actually happened between y'all two as well. I can't remember who was fighting with you though for GT1,
Yeah.
but it happened. It was pretty funny.
There was a couple of GT1s that when they came past, they were a bit optimistic. Completely anonymous GT1 dive bombed me into the stadium section. And went
I
straight
think
off
you're
into
allowed
the
to say
sand.
the cars of GT1s.
I can't remember anyway. That's why I just
Well,
went anonymous.
it's important for various teams to know that they're actually making a danger for other cars on the track when they're getting past. At least I think I had one complaint from Genuine Racing with a dive bomb into T1 where I actually had to pass 3 cars in one corner, and that was kind of hard.
Most of the time they leave enough room though, which is good. Because sometimes a dive bomb can go horribly wrong. Like if they don't leave you any space on the track and they just completely overshoot the corner. But at least these ones, I still had half the track to sit on. And I didn't get taken out with them when they did it.
And we are now joined by Ray the Hurricane Moody.
Yo,
Yo,
well, hello.
good evening, Mr. Bond.
Oh, good evening. I
Good
would just
evening.
like to come on and say that these anonymous drivers are just phenomenal. I love hearing about these anonymous drivers. Who are
Yeah.
they, Jack? Who are they? And what have they done to annoy you so much? What have they done?
Where do I start, Ray? Where do I start? It's been a real ordeal, it has.
All I want to say is to the viewers at home, you're sitting in your comfortable couches at home watching this stream live on TV. Me and Jack were never on a track at the same time, just in case you're wondering. Was it me? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't Ray, I can say that.
Because Ray only did a double stint, and he probably didn't pass anyone.
Nah, I just sat behind all the GT1s and all the
And GT2s as well.
Sat behind them too.
Anyways, Bobek, we know you've been driving 2 stints and been out having some beerage, so how was it?
It was pretty phenomenal, It was a surreal experience. Go back in time to my previous days when it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal back then too. It was just phenomenal all the time, absolutely all the time. It's like a can of iron brew, phenomenal. There were some.
Are you talking about the
anonymous-
drinking part or driving?
Oh, the driving. Sorry, the driving was shit, man. It was absolutely outrageous.
Well, it's important for, driving.
There were some anonymous.
Driving part or driving?
Oh, the driving was shit, man. It was absolutely outrageous.
Well, it's important for, driving.
No, it's just there is quite a lot of really, really genuine nice people out there on the track that will generally move over when you're coming. And even though you know that they should do that, a lot of drivers don't. They think, fuck it, I'm going to sit here on the inside and just annoy people. There is a lot of nice genuine drivers out there that will move over, and they know that it's much easier for them to move over and cut back in than you to go right down to outside of them because of the speed differences and stuff. It worked quite well with some people, but there was just other people like you're slipstreaming a GT2 on a straight, and they'll move over just as you're pulling out, just so you hit the back of them, just to get a little bit extra speed. Like why people do that, I don't know. Anonymous, unnamed drivers again, just because I can't remember which prick it was.
Have you been taking any crack cocaine as well?
I don't need to crack cocaine. I'm fucked up as it is. Genuinely, though, I'm actually really quite chuffed to be back in this because you kind of miss, like the old endurance racing. You got all the team stuff going on, and there's,
I'm really happy.
Decent stuff.
Happy that you've been very committed to this, Mooney. So yeah, thanks.
Well, I put a lot of time into this. I put a lot of time into getting ready, into getting ready for this race. Like I the only thing I could have done extra was get a day off work, but I couldn't do that, so I had to let this useless bastard start the race for us, and he couldn't even do that. But this
hey, be nice to Anton.
You both.
I didn't start the race.
You attempted.
I should have.
Should have, and maybe we didn't wash off. To be honest.
Anyway,
this
would.
This is not a personal in-team feud. This is a live stream. This is professional. This has been done properly. So.
2 AM.
Exactly. Let's get things on the road. Let's show on the road.
Right,
How was it being a
looking at the viewer
hurricane?
count, it's tumbling.
How was it being a hurricane? Really, I want to know.
A hurricane?
Yeah.
Well, I personally look at women like hurricanes. When they come, they're thick and fast, but when they leave, they take your wife and kids in the house and all. And the car.
I was being
So well put.
hurricane ball bag, but okay.
That's
I actually
I don't
slept
even
right
think
through that. I slept through the full thing. I just
So you
woke
didn't
up
see
and
the trampoline?
Well, I
down the
woke
road?
up and I had an itchy sack. Next thing.
Oh, trampoline.
Trampoline, go by my house, trampoline. Next thing, this fucking trampoline was going flying past my house. And I was like, well, it's just a regular occurrence where I live, because,
Trampolines all over the place.
I wake up and I get angry and trampolines just fucking fly, you know what I mean? It's just the way it happens. What happens? It's trampolines. Trampolines?
He
Tell
said
us how much you
trampolines.
love iRacing, by the way.
Sorry, what did you say?
Tell us how much you love iRacing.
Not very much. I think it's a crock of shit.
They
Really,
should put that on their testimonials page.
Yeah, they definitely should. No, I really do. I like the game and I like the way it's set up, but I just hate the fact that they want people to race for a pro series on a Saturday night. Who drives on a Saturday night? Seriously, like what 15-year-old boy, fair enough, you can not do it on a Saturday night. But honestly, there's no one that will want to race on a Saturday night unless you're racing for 15 grand.
Well, right, here you are on a Saturday night on a stream for a live race.
He's
drunk. He's been out partying.
I fucked up already. Yeah, exactly. I'm done already, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming home, but like 10 o'clock at night.
Early bird.
Who wants to get up and get racing, at 10 o'clock at night, Saturday night, brilliant. Like, kudos to the guy that thought this up. The only thing is, it's an American stuff, so all Americans can race at 3, 4 o'clock during the day,
Yeah.
go have a shower, get ready to go out and get fucked up. What can I do? Sit all night and wait for a race to come at 10 o'clock at night? No thank you. Especially when the standard you're driving is just fucking horrendous. People like Rudy Van Buren who'll just fucking wipe you out. First corner, why? Well done. I mean, you can spend all week practicing, and regardless of how much you practice, he will still wipe you out. It's gotta happen.
I've got a feeling that won't cause anywhere near as much controversy as what I said about Isaac.
Well, this is out of context to lift for speed.
Yeah, true.
How do you like the driving?
I really like the driving experience in iRacing. I think that the whole feeling of the game is really good, and it's totally different to me. Like totally different to the way that LFS feels like. I don't know. It's the worst thing about it is the actual, obviously the netcode. It's horrible. How you can't race next to somebody in that kind of wee touch without both cars turning into crabs. I mean, well, me. Love having a wee feel and a wee touch every now and again. You know what I mean? But nah.
Well, in iRacing, you don't even have to touch.
Yeah, you're literally 2 meters from somebody. Woo! You're both flying off the track. Well done.
And 4x, and you lose your pro license.
You get 4x for you're sitting on the start line. You get 4x. Like, what's that for? I'm like, well, you revved your engine. You get 4x. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not here to slag iRacing. Like, I really like it. I think it's a good thing, but they really need to start working on decent stuff like the netcode and stuff. They have to make the actual basis of the game good before they make the rest of the game good. You know what I mean? Like they're concentrating too much on we've got new cars, we've got new tracks. Well, make the actual netcode good, then you'll get better.
Yep. Can't agree more.
Can't really sit and talk about Live for Speed being amazing. I mean, he's done the same patch 4 years.
Have you seen they've got crooked steering wheels on the FW31 still? It's been lit for 6 months now or something.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
That's ridiculous. Why can't they fix that? Just straighten the wheel up.
But what we also can't, really moan about is the fact that when Scowen designed S2, he was still riding about in his dinosaur.
His dinosaur, did you say?
Yeah, his dinosaur, yeah. Times have moved on.
He's got a dinosaur.
Gone, mate. Yeah, well, he used to have a dinosaur back in the day. Now he's fucked, and dinosaurs left.
I think he's referring to Live for Speed as a dinosaur there.
Yeah, how old Live for Speed S2 is, that's all it is.
Oh, that's a GT,
completely clear on there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was well confused.
What did he do?
I thought he had a Stegosaurus in his car.
He blocked and unlocked.
He did? What a douchebag.
What?
Can we just pretend that no one's seen that? Oh, it's
Please.
You can't
Seen what?
Oh! Awesome.
Sorry, Michael.
So yeah.
Can I just say that
Ray,
I have this,
no, you can't
I have
say
a
anything right now.
burglar alarm.
Burglar.
I have a burglar alarm.
Burglar alarm.
No, it's a burglar alarm.
Alright.
Anyway, I apologise. What were you going to say, Jack?
It was me speaking.
Gives a fuck.
How did you like getting back to Live for Speed, and how surprised were you that you were actually having a hard time getting back on pace and getting used to the car and everything with the new restrictions and weights and all that?
I found it quite enjoyable, to be honest. I mean, as much as I looked at the game and it looked like something at Super Mario, the graphics and all that, but it was enjoyable, to be back in a game that I knew that I was really good at, but I was shit at just now, like you use different techniques, you learn different ways to drive and all that, iRacing, and then you go to Live for Speed and it's like everything apart from the little tricks just to get the last half a second or whatever.
And we have Hugo Lewis joining the server.
Hugo,
Amazing.
Oh, the rich Brazilian.
The moment everyone has been waiting for 10 hours.
Watch this, he'll join, get a 4x and disconnect. Definitely, I think that we should, if LFS does get a decent new patch, that we will probably come back for endurance racing. As long as we get, some interesting new updates.
Yeah, I think the car pack we have at the moment, well, some cars need an update, as the class balancing in GTR. Obviously, scrap the stupid FXR bus and just, make 2 proper, good, race-ready, compatible, and competitive cars for GT1, obviously.
Definitely.
And a few new tracks with variations of we don't really have any high-speed tracks where there is a really massively hard braking zone where you can make a good pass. In my opinion, I mean we have a very simple amount of corners in Live for Speed, and all of those corners are trying to force you off the track if you look at it.
We're just looking the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best
Trying
track
to-
in Live for Speed is Aston Historic or Aston Historic Reversed.
Yeah.
Because it's got,
I
it's got
agree.
hairpins, it's got cambered corners, and it's got, that Eau Rouge kind of like corner. But obviously it's a lot tighter than Eau Rouge. To have more tracks like that would just be brilliant.
I'm quite keen on West Hill. It's maybe not one of the most wow circuits, but it has this ring to it that you have a really high speed track. And I think that is the one track that stands out in Live for Speed because it's so different from anything else.
Absolutely.
West Hill, XRR, GT0. Awesome.
Yeah, that is just phenomenal.
That's a shift test.
Yeah.
Niemann in the pits.
So Hugo Lewis is going to take over from Jesse Niemann.
Please.
Nieminen.
Or
Niemann,
is that
no, no, no.
Hugo Louis and Jesse Nomenon, as they call them in iRacing.
Alien. Oh, sim racing.
It's just cheese and Huggy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Huggy. Cheese. You can tell why the guy's called Cheese though, can you?
How?
Well, speak to people that have met him in real life.
Have you met him in real life?
No, but if I had, I'd be scarred for life. That's for sure. I'm not into the old blue cheese stuff. Lovely set of bangers. Come on.
We are on board with Hugo Lewis, Frankie.
Okay, I'm gonna make a bet that the start of his stint is slower than mine.
But the end of it's going to be absolutely hauling ass.
Yeah, it'll decimate me at the end of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not gonna put a bet on that.
I'll put 500 quid that he's going to be quicker than you, and you have to take it.
In the first 5 laps?
No, in the final 10 laps.
Oh well, what about in my next stint? I'll do another stint.
If you're going to go quicker than him, alright?
If I win, you tattoo a dick on your forehead.
He already has one of those, and it's not a tattoo.
Hey. You guys are so nice to me. It's all because I have dark skin.
Oh no, he's played the race card.
Yep. You have
Can
you have
interruption
no
in
way
here
to
for
say
a
it.
second?
Fired.
Yeah. I think might be a good time to just do a quick field summary here. Go through the current race positions.
Echo, I think you must be absolutely 100% correct when you say that.
Yes,
Let's go through the field.
Yeah, I think that Ray and Jack and Dennis and everyone need to take a break to get some more. You've been talking a lot. I know how hard it is to talk. I just kind of sitting here, kind of listening. I know you've been having some fun for it, but just so the viewers stay misinformed, or I mean informed. Quick race order.
Well, let's get on with it then. Come on.
Yes, let's do that.
Rick De Jong in first position,
Yes.
GT1, followed by Nicky Ford Dakovic.
GT1 S 13 car. Yes. Okay. let the professional take care of it now. Thank you very much, Jack. Did a good
Where
job,
is he?
but not quite professional. So yes, GT1
Deco, when is
led
this
by Speedo
professional
Racing.
coming?
As soon as you shut your trap.
Trampoline! Oh my god!
Anyway, so yes. Oh yes. So yes, Speedo Racing GT1 needed GT1 class, obviously. Rick De Jong at the wheel, 218 laps complete here at this order. My380 second, 36.4 seconds behind. Sonic Realms in fourth. Infinity Esports 5th. Lowland Alliance 6th. Core Racing GT1 7th. Lanzarote Racing Team 8th. 9th, Concept Racing 10th. Angry Angus Racing. Crawwheel in 11th. Project and Busters Racing Team in 12th. And CheckLFS.net 13th out of 13 in the GT1 class. In the GT2 class, My 3ID Gaming leads that. Hugo Luis at the wheel. Morgan Trollet in for Speedo Racing GT2 in 2nd in that class. Genuine Racing 3rd. Synergy Racing Team 4th. City Leisure Endurance Team 5th. Core Racing GT2 6th. Infinity Skills 7th. Raptor Gaming 8th. Hellenic Racing Team 9th. LFS France 10th. Savage Sim Sports 11th. Virtual Racing Team 12th. Player Zone 13th. 14th. HT Motorsport. GTS Motorsport in 15th. Mafia Racing 16th. Cargame.nl in 17th. 18th of 19 in GT2. LiveForSpeed.hu Hungary. And out of the race, not running on track, Tiger Express Motorsports having some driver issues early on in the race. So that's all 32 cars, 31 of the 32 starters running, and of course MOE, because of the way it works, does not usually have many retirements. So even if you get beached or end up turtle like Jürgen Kursk likes to do, you can take a lap penalty and rejoin. Keeps things a little more entertaining.
What was number 15
And
again?
more cars for Ray Mooney to go off in front of in turn 1 after pit stop.
Oh, that was low.
What happened in front of me?
Oh my goodness, Mooney, that's a shift S.
That definitely was a shift S.
One classic from one of the many previous runnings of this Aston 24 Hours. Hey Ray, is this going to make you feel, make Jack feel old? This is the 7th annual 24 Hours of Aston Grand Prix.
How old do you feel?
Pretty old. I don't know. I think I've only done 2 seriously before in my lifetime, so.
I've only done. This is my 4th.
If I'm completely honest, I would say that, in all seriousness, that 24 Hours of Grand Prix is not anywhere near what it used to be. You can still see all big names kicking about and that, but you've not got the big names and the big teams.
I'll tell you why it is, because they made 2 classes.
Definitely, I definitely reckon that's what.
Sorry to keep bringing that up year after year, but
you never had as much fun racing as what you did. I know it was all pure pace back then, but it's true. Like Jack is 100% correct that you had everybody competing for the same thing. Whereas now you get teams like, say, you got like My 3ID. Just now you've got Jack has put his best team in the GT2 to try and dominate GT2 rather than dominate GT1, just because they just want to.
We don't get to see Hugo and Ray go wheel to wheel because they're in different classes.
See, this is Dennis's.
Sorry, Ray.
Sorry. You're supposed to be.
Don't bring it up. Sorry. Don't. No.
Well, I think it must have been about 8 hours ago. Dennis was like, "Yeah, we're GT1 now." I was like, "You have me on." He's like, "Yeah, we're in FZ." I was like, "You fucking kidding me?"
I did warn them back in whatever year it was when they were going to go to 3 classes. Do this and you'll kill the series.
Yeah, 3 classes was just overkill.
Yeah.
I think what I genuinely think was when they came up with the 2 classes thing, there was a team that was kind of like in control at the time, and generally most people that were to do with the admin were in this one team, and they couldn't win GT1s. It's like, oh, after GT2 we can control that car better. And
I'm not criticising the admins really, because the job they're doing is, nobody else is going to do that job, and they're doing it the best they can. But they've stopped splitting it up. Just put it in one class.
Yeah, the 3 split last year actually wasn't supposed to happen.
No, the first round of the 3 classes was somewhat okay, not perfect, not flawless, not anything, but it worked for that one round, and after that it should have just gone to 1 class basically.
Yeah, because one of the best things about it was, even if you weren't fastest, you could look up to the guys and say, "Wow, that's quick, how do you do that?" And it made it fun trying to get to that level.
Is that when you were watching me, Jack?
I was, yeah, back in 07, you and Norby. Whenever it was, 08.
I was looking at Jonesy back in 04.
the guy does deserve a mention. Joona Lorila.
Yeah.
Just because he was a complete Finnish idiot.
Actually,
He
I
done
think
well for
I think
our
it'll
team. He
bring a
done
bit more
massively well
spice
for
to
our
the channel if you tell them the story about him driving the night all alone.
I'm so, like, you know Jack who I'm on about, Rubel, what was his name?
Yeah.
What was his real name?
He
Sebastian?
was a funny guy. Sebastian.
Is it Sebastian Muckle?
Sebastian? No,
It's not
that's
Muckle.
Biohazard.
I can't remember his
duh.
surname, but yeah, he was definitely called Sebastian.
He's Sebastian something anyway, he was just this English guy and he was in our team and he wasn't slow, but he wasn't like just as fast as maybe a few tenths of a lap slower, so we were doing this 24-hour race and we're there and Jonesy's doing a night stand and I've done like up to like 12 o'clock, I've went out, I've got drunk and I've came home and like, right guys, I'll start at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then next thing it's 7:30 and I'm sitting there and my phone's ringing. I fucking can see this random number 78s and all, like I don't know who this is, and I've answered the phone and Jonesy and he's like, yo, Bobak, I've been driving for 5 hours now. No fucking bitch, don't take over the car for me. Shit, and I want a cigarette. And then he's like, I can hear him smoking in the back and I'm like, but you're smoking just now. He's like, I don't give a fuck, I want a shit. and I'm like, what time is it? He's like, I don't give a fuck, get up and drive the car. Robo did not show up, blah blah blah. So I've got up, I've turned my computer and I'm sitting there, you know, I've got my head on the steering wheel, you know, like thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? And you know, like lo and behold, I took over the car and after about an hour I've kind of straightened myself out a little bit. And he's came back after taking his shit and said, look, I'm really sorry, but did I've done 2 extra hours, or someone else should have showed up, should have been Ripple. I don't know what, he got his time zones mixed up, or he was out, you know, getting whatever it is he got. But anyway, that kind of led to me getting up at 7:30 in the morning, after 4 hours sleep. You know, Jonesy's probably the funniest guy in the world, like he's funnier than Kimmy, definitely. Well, maybe not as talented, but funnier. We're down, don't I?
Alright, Ray, I think you should go to bed because I'm about to do my 3-hour stint now and you're gonna take it up after.
No, I'm probably gonna put the stream on and just watch you and criticise every single little thing you do.
Thank you, that's nice. Alright, have fun with it, guys.
Good luck, Dennis.
Thanks a lot. Ray, I'm waiting for you.
Where?
I'm just, you know. Oh, he just started. I can stay for a little bit more. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I think I need to do a commercial break here.
You definitely do, by the way. A laptop.
I actually really do.
Here, how about I take this toss? Since I'm the...
You will win the toss if you play it every time.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I will... You know, Phil, you better get ready. It's not going to be, like, directly what you're used to. Okay. So, yes, you are watching this wonderful little 24 hours of Aston Grand Prix here from the Aston Grand Prix track. Obviously, that's part of the event name, so why else would it be? So, yes, gotta take a quick break, you know. Gonna keep the stream a nice little manageable 3 or so hour chunk. So, you're watching. Trampoline. Yes. Wait, what? Yes, trampoline.
Oh my god.
Yes. But first, Masters of Endurance on live stream.
Ray, Martin says hi, by the way. Martin Kronk.